I played Guess the ELO with a bunch of different chess YouTubers, and I was not ready for what happened. Prepare yourself for an epic journey of brilliance, blunders, and most importantly, chaos. And if you want to play Guess the ELO or any of the other chess-related minigames you see during the video, check out thechessarcade.com. And without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm here with
Tushar, let's go.
and today we're doing Guess the ELO. Are you ready?
Yeah, guess the ELO for all the kids.
And here's the thing, there's going to be a twist at the end and you'll have to stick around to find out what the twist is. But I do want to say I don't know the ELO, I don't know what game this is, and here we go. So we see d4, e5. This is
England Gambit.
Yep, the England Gambit. I play against this all the time. I do want to note that we're both d4 players. I play the London system. You usually play the Jobava London, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty big differences in those. Jobava is obviously way more dynamic and aggressive and fun, but oh well. Okay, so we see knight f3, and then ed, bishop g5.
Yes, develop the bishop, attack the queen. He should just go knight f6 or something and just chill.
I don't know if I've ever played bishop g5 as white here.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless because they can just develop.
Okay, and then we see
What? Oh no. He took the bishop. Let's go.
yeah, and for
That's
some
crazy.
reason they pushed the no. Okay,
Wait,
so
what?
they act.
Oh,
Okay, move forward. The queen is just gone.
gone. Yeah. It's already 500 ELO. Can't bigger than 500.
Okay. H6.
Okay.
I love it. They're just like, no resign, kicking the knight away. I also do want to say that this queen blunder took 3 seconds. And this is a rapid game. So the queen is gone.
Yeah.
H6 to kick the knight.
Oh, he took on f7.
I love that move. That move
Okay,
is
it's
so
still fine.
troll.
He's still queen up. Yeah.
I love knight takes f7. Like knight takes f7 is just saying like, I'm basically up a full queen. You're not castling. I'm
Yeah.
sacking my knight.
Yeah.
Complete compensation. That's so funny. E4. Oh my god, the aggression.
It's
Holy,
fine.
it's so funny. And then I think this is hilarious. If en passant you just take and then this bishop is ready to
Yeah.
come out with castle and
But they don't. Nobody knows this move at 500 ELO for sure. So there's no way he's gonna take it.
wait,
Even back makes sense.
That's so good. Yeah, this has got to be so low. I don't even know. I mean, en passant is probably. This is so
It's above
impossible.
1,000. Above 1,000 ELO. Only 4-digit kids know this move. Nobody else knows this.
Wait, you said above or below 1,000?
Above 1,000 knows the move.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
for sure, it's like 400, 500, especially with that queen move.
Yeah, I think this is like this is definitely really low. It's got to be. Man, this could be like 2100 or something. You never know. King e8, checking
Check,
instead of
nice.
taking the pawn. Now, this has got to be so low because if I'm playing as white, maybe I'm not taking the pawn. I probably even would. Maybe I'd be greedy, but I probably would just develop something. Maybe move
Develop.
the knight
Yeah,
somewhere. I don't
bishop
know.
or something. Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't bring the queen
That's
out. 'Cause
fine. Like check is not the end of the world. You attack.
I think check is actually still really good. Like, I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing really
I
wrong
mean, you're
with
queen
check.
up. You can't go wrong with it.
You're up a queen, right? Like, who cares? G6, yeah. I
Okay.
mean,
Free pawn.
I think like first of all, well, G6 is again a very bad move because of check, but it's also kind of funny if you put the king here. There's a check here.
A lot of low elo kids play G6 because they think it's protected, but it's never protected.
Yeah. So this is got to be super low. Queen
Okay, he
takes
took it. At least he
G6.
took it.
And then, okay, let me ask you, where are you putting your king? Are you putting your king on E7 or D8?
I'm putting on D8, but I think he'll put it on E7. If I have to guess.
The funny thing I think about D8 is I'm wondering if D8, if this was played, if like a lower elo player would play this and then just counter blunder their queen. And it's funny,
Yeah, possible. It's actually possible.
you know, but that wasn't actually played. Instead, King E7.
Yeah, for sure he's going E7. I can predict his moves.
What do you think is going to be next from white?
Hmm. Bishop c4.
E5.
Okay, that's not bad. I can see he's going for queen f6 mate, even though it's not there. E5 is fine. Okay, what does black do?
Yeah, of course. King D8.
Oh,
Wild.
he went in d8. Mm.
It's moved 9, by the way. I do want to note that. So, yeah, King D8, and then maybe there's like Queen F7, and this gets really, really
Time for
messy.
queen f6. Time for queen f6 and hang the queen. Oh, I didn't go
Surprisingly
for it.
not. Like, actually, shockingly not.
Ah,
Bishop C4, obviously a huge threat. I mean, now the Knights is in trouble. I mean, I don't even,
yeah.
I don't know. This game is like, I think 40 moves. I don't know how this is going so long. Okay. So,
Save
Knight
the knight.
attacking the queen. I like that move a lot. Queen F7. So
Nice.
white is staying in the position. Now, stylistically, are you going to play Queen F7 here, or are you going to bring your queen back? What are you doing?
Either it's f6 or f7, not going backwards.
Ah, yeah, F6 is probably better. F6 is probably much better. Utilizing the pin, and then that's never a
Yeah.
thing. F6 is way better. Nice. Okay, Queen F7, and then D6.
Okay. For
Yeah.
sure he takes the pawn. For sure, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
ED, CD. It's wild. Knight A3,
Knight
finally
is okay.
developing somehow. Now white could have probably like long castled there, put more pressure on the knight or something, but this is, I
Yeah.
mean, this is totally good. Bishop F5, and then long castle is, I
Nice.
think, hilarious because then you could pin the knight and then
Yeah.
potentially take the. I'm okay. I'm getting ahead of Bishop
He went
E2.
back.
That is a
Okay,
crazy
that's
move. What does that even do?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to go to h5 and mate on e8 or something.
Yeah, see, but I was thinking that too, but surprisingly, somehow that's not even mate. So
No,
I'm
but like he thinks
with
it's
a
a mate.
knight
He
or.
thinks it's a mate. That's the thing. He thinks it is, but it's not.
Oh, okay. I see how you're thinking. You're thinking about how they're thinking. That's actually very smart. Okay, wait, is that. Wow. Wow.
See, he saved the mate. He
You
saw that was happening and he saved it.
you nailed it. So you're thinking about how they're thinking. That's actually, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so black is thinking exactly what you just said. Is thinking about
Yeah.
bishop h5 to block the mate that's not there. So they bring the
Yeah.
bishop. It's crazy. Okay.
See, he went for it. He actually went
Shut
for
up,
it.
dude. Bishop h5, bishop e8.
Oh, he
Okay.
put the
This
bishop
is
there.
wild. Wait, do they take? They do
Yeah,
take.
he took it.
How
Like,
is this game so long? Okay, King C7, knight check,
nice.
beautiful. Um, the, what? Okay, Queen D8
Yeah, I
check,
probably hung
blunder
the
the
knight.
knight. Is
Yeah.
that forced to take? No, technically or not.
No, but like, yeah.
How is this going so long? Long castles. Oh
The
my!
castle, okay, not the end of the world, but sure.
You know how I was like earlier, like, oh yeah, long castle, like, and then the knight would be.
Yeah.
Forget about
Yeah.
that. Anyways, knight b to d6 or c6. Okay, are they gonna blunder their queen or something?
Oh, he
Not
gave a
yet.
check. Not yet.
Definitely not yet. Queen check and then no queen check. Wait, is that queen's actually not trapped? I think you have queen d7.
There- He can go queen a5 and blunder the queen.
Also, the rook's hanging. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, took
Wait.
the
Wait.
rook.
Wait. Wait.
Nice.
Wait. 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 Um. So realizing you could take the rook is actually
Very nice.
wild. Okay. So queen takes a rook h7.
Probably take on b7.
I mean, I wonder if they take the bishop or not. Maybe who knows at this point.
That's too far away. That's too far. Oh, he took it. Okay, I thought it was.
I think I already have like a pretty solid guess here. So they take the bishop
Okay.
and then d5. I mean,
Yeah.
really, what else are you gonna do at this point? Queen, queen f3.
Okay. Queen's going to a3 or somewhere for mate. I don't know.
I think even keeping on f8 is better. But like, who really cares? Okay, rook g7, queen
Okay,
d3, queen
b3.
b3, trying to set up some kind of a
I
mate
think
that
he
doesn't
thinks
exist.
queen b5 is mate, but it's not a mate.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. But then there's king
Yeah.
d6. Wow. Sure. So knight e5. Wow,
Okay, give
this
us the
is
check.
so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the check. Do
Yeah,
they pick up
check
the knight?
and win the piece.
Yes.
Yeah, just take the piece. Yeah.
Well, I have a weird feeling this is higher than I think it is. Knight c6 attacking the queen. Queen a3
He
check.
saves the queen. Let's go.
King c7. Queen g3 check.
Oh, he hung the queen, but it's fine.
I think, but I actually love this move. Like, I love intentionally like simplifying positions when I'm up a ton of material.
I don't
Listen,
think that was intentional. There's
you
no
don't
way
think
that was
so?
intentional.
That's
You can
funny.
message that kid on chess.com and he'll be like, oh, I didn't see the rook.
You just see the chat message. I love doing this stuff because listen, after takes, listen,
Yeah,
you're up so
yeah,
much. You're
but
up two rooks, right?
if he did it, he's above 2000. If he did it intentionally.
Dude, shut up. No way. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
King d7, did they take the rook? Okay, wait, but they take the
Oh,
rook.
he hung the rook.
Oh
No.
man. What is this game? Queen takes h6 check. King e7, and then f4.
Okay, he made one more queen. Makes sense. One queen is not enough.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Are they just gonna make another queen? Knight e7. Okay, no
Oh,
more
he hung the
pawn.
pawn.
Um, it's funny if knight takes, you could just pick it right back up. Actually, yeah, you
Yeah,
can pick
yeah,
it up.
but that's too high level.
Wait. Oh,
Yeah, that's too
wait,
high.
wait, wait. But
That
they
was
found
never
another way to
happening.
win. No, they didn't. They can move the knight back.
Knight is, but will he play it? Yeah, that was never happening.
Okay. B5. Like it. Just yeah. When you're losing this much, just push your pawns and hope for a stalemate, even though it's basically
We have
impossible.
another queen incoming. Yeah, another queen incoming.
Oh my god, is this gonna be a stalemate? A6. No way.
No, no, he'll make two queens and do some ladder checkmate.
Yeah, I think stalemate's impossible here. Yeah, there's too
Yeah,
many
too
pawn
many pawns are
pushes.
there. Too many pawns.
Okay. Bunch of pawn
Yeah.
pushes.
Okay, he took one pawn down. I'm
Hold
sure
on.
there's mate in the next 5 moves or something. Yeah, ladder. Okay, not the ladder, but
Nice
somewhat
mate.
ladder.
Very nice mate. I mean, it's literally what are we utilizing?
Hmm.
Actually, really nice mate. Do you have your guess?
Can I open the eyes or no?
Not yet. What do you think it is?
Okay. I think it's like 4, 6, 7.
I thought it was 435. That's crazy. Yo, let's
Oh,
go. I was
oh, that is,
closer.
and what's the answer?
I was closer. 268.
Oh, we went too high. We went too high. He's actually bad. I should have believed he's trash.
So, because I won this challenge, we're gonna play a game of chess snake. It's just chess snake, but it's you get it. But so since Tushar lost, he has to play with reverse controls. So if he presses up on his keyboard, he goes down. If he presses left, he goes
Yeah.
right, and so on. All right, I'll see you in there. Voiceover Tunish here. I'm not going to put you guys through watching mine. It is a lot of pointless yapping, and it is a pretty long recording. I will just cut to the last round that I got to, but you have to watch Tushar's in its entirety. His is hilarious. I am just playing with regular controls, and he is playing with reverse controls. So what that means is up is down, left is right, and so on. It is amazing. So if you're wondering why he's struggling, that is the reason why. Oh my god, this is insane. Oh, I have mega peaked. Oh my god, my arm is hurting. I have pretty bad arthritis. That's crazy. This is going to be my downfall. No, but this is going to be my downfall. Oh my god. It was these.
Time to play the snake game. So if I go left, it goes right, and if I go, oh, we can't go right. It is trippy. So we got to go down, right? So we got to press up. Oh, left. Bro, this is trippy. I'm so bad at this. How do you do this? Oh, we got the round one. Kind of lucky, but should not be too shabby. We got it done. So now we have some dumb pawn. Got to go left, so got to go right. Repeat is we fumbled, but it still worked out. So wait, how did the pawn go away? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We are slow and steady, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. How do we do this? Go up to go down, right? Yikes! This is. Oh, we got it done. I think I messed it up, but it still got it done. Yeah, we're tripping. This left-right business is way too. Oh, we wanted to go up. Oh man, this is no. Oh, we okay. It went wrong, but it worked out. Easy. We're getting the hang of it. We got it done. Easy round 4. Now got to go up. Got to go left. Got to go up and I mean left, right. Oh man, this is too much. Anyways, easy peasy stuff. Go left and fumble. Fumble, bro. This is not okay. We got it done. We got to go down, so got to go up, right? Up is the way. Left is the way. Down is the way, bro. We're just throwing random arrows and hoping it hits. This has gone too out of hand. Okay, focus, focus, focus. The pawn in the corner is so trippy. Got to time it. Okay, we timed it. Perfection. Round 5 is the way. We are fumbling, but we shall. Okay, we just can't do this. We are. Oh, bro, we are so bad at it. Okay, we got it done. 2 pawns it is. Got to go left. Got to go up and grab them pawns it is. We didn't find the right square, but we found the square, so wins a win. Wins. Oh, we missed it. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Ooh, I missed it again. Bro, why is this so fast? Okay, we got it done. Round 6 it is. Dumb us is the way. What is the... Bro, let me win the pawn. We got it done. 2 out of 2. Okay, we missed it again. I hate this game. No snakes in ladder for us. Oh, clean. Sweet. Okay, we missed it. No more cleanness for us. Okay, we got it done. Oof. Oh, this is too trippy. This is okay, we got it done by pure spamming random dumb arrows to the maximum. Okay. Okay. No, not to be. Yes, to be. Oh, wait, did you get it? I think I got it. I don't know, man. My brain ain't braining anymore. The pawns is... Bro, let me do the... Okay, focus. We logged it in. Nice. Sweet pawn grabbing business is the way. We got to... Okay, that was easier than I thought. Now, wait, how many pawns do we have? Do we have more than 8 that we can't go in a straight line, technically? I have no idea how this game is up. Wait. Oh, this is so trippy. But technically, we can't eat ourselves. But for sure, we'll die next round. For sure, for sure. There's no way I survive this, right? There's no way. Oh, we got it done. We actually made it to round 9. This is pure banana town. We are bad, but not too shabby. Oof. I hate this game again. Okay, we got the pawn somehow. We got the pawn somehow. Oh, we missed it again. We missed it again. We didn't miss it. We try, but we just cry. This is oh, let's go. Sweet pawn business it is. Missed it again, but we got it done. And then we got to go right, so we got to go left. Sweet. Oh, we ate ourselves. 9 is too much.
I'm here with...
I want checkmate.
And today we're playing Guess the ELO. But here's the thing. This time, I don't know the ELO, he doesn't know the ELO, and we had a bunch of our viewers submit some games. No trickery today, and we're going to get right into this. Are you ready?
I sure am.
It starts with E4, E5. And here's another thing. We both don't play E4, so yeah. Okay, now we see bishop c4, knight f6, so I'm assuming pretty standard stuff so far. D3, bishop c5, and then h3. I am assuming that h3 is prophylactically to prevent maybe some knight g4 ideas. Any thoughts on this position so far?
Yeah, it looks about right. I mean, they anticipated their opponent's idea, so they clearly have some understanding of what's going on.
Perfect. Yeah. And what I was saying with the knight g4 is after, of course, like d6 or something like that, to prevent this kind of annoyingness. Okay, so let's see. Knight c6, a4. Aha, a4. A very interesting expansion. Any thoughts on a4?
Yeah, super amusing that they played it in 1 second. I'm not sure if that's... I'm gonna assume if it was played in 1 second, it's prep of some kind, which is super interesting.
So we can actually see the time moves, and I would actually agree with that. Like a4 is not really a standard move, I would assume, in this position. So there has to be some kind of a thought process with a4 there, especially because it was played so quickly. Now we see d6, knight c3, bishop e6. So what I like about this position already, and what tells me is that it's kind of a higher-ish ELO, is there's a lot of piece development, and not so many like random pawn pushes. Yes, white did play like a4 and h3, but maybe like checkmate said, that's kind of some prep there. Now we see knight d5 hopping the knight again. Okay, what I don't like is how they moved another piece instead of developing in the opening, right?
I would agree with that if, again, I'm staring at that time usage because it's super strange that
Ah,
over the
okay.
course of the first 7 moves, white has used 10 seconds and black has used almost a minute. So black is definitely out of prep here. But white, I'm going to assume, unless they're just willy-nilly throwing pieces around, is probably still in prep and has an idea of what's supposed to be going on.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, we both don't play e4. So this just might be in their prep, which is a fair point. Okay. a6. A6. Why a6? Okay. I don't even know. Let's not get stuck up on that. A6, g4. Whoa. So forget about everything I said about developing pieces. Granted, I did say white is pushing more pawns than black is, so maybe this could be some weird ELO mismatch. I don't know. We don't have too much information yet. And now we see h6. Okay, so
Okay. I will say a6 h6 back to back, to me, I might be totally wrong, smells a little bit like black isn't really sure what to do here. They probably don't want to commit the king to the king side or the queen side. They're probably still amused by a4, still wondering why knight d5 was played, and so they're probably just hanging back for a second. And I'm sure g4 didn't help the case either. They're probably just hanging back for a second, trying to figure out exactly what white is getting up to here.
now, off of exactly what you just said, I think that sometimes, especially like in openings, what people will do is they'll try to throw you off and play stuff that is like, things that they have studied that might be like some randomness. Like maybe white has like studied these random pawn pushes in this early aggression. And like checkmate said, black doesn't exactly know what to do yet. So they're playing waiting moves. They don't know if they want to castle kingside or queenside and stuff like that. But maybe instead of h6 here, I think I probably would have played like queen d7, so I have the option to castle in either direction. But okay, so h6, bishop d2, knight d4. So again, just like standard waiting moves, it seems. Black doesn't know what they want to do. White clearly has an objective. They want to push their pawns and be aggressive. I think white should try to finish their development and maybe castle, but maybe it's not that huge of a
Actually,
deal.
I would argue that white should what on
What?
scratch that. Scratch that. I was gonna say I would argue white should play c3 before black can play c6 to force that knight on d4 back to c6. But we should go ahead and take a quick peek at that next move that white has just made.
Okay, so this is a funny stylistic difference. So you were saying that you would actually play c3 right now?
Yeah, right after knight d4, I would just send him back from whence he came, basically.
I think that's a great move. I probably wouldn't do that myself, but that's like a very clear stylistic difference. Just because I don't know, I would probably want to keep the option to castle maybe queenside, and in my opinion, maybe c3 takes that away. But it's a good point. This piece is in our half of the board, kick it away, right? But yeah, so we see rook h2, and, and I'm wondering
Nice.
what the hell is this move? So
Now the question
immediately-
is,
Yep.
is this still prep? That's the question.
I mean, listen, so I've noticed that some people will try to like intensely throw you off in the opening. This is like an indicator. Is this some weird mismatch? I feel like this is a mismatch ELO at this point. In my brain, white is like a way lower ELO than black is. Maybe a viewer submitted a game that you played against. That would be funny. I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. So c6 is played. I know you kind of mentioned that idea of kicking the knights away. So c6. Okay, and in this position, for black, I actually don't mind c6 at all because they could potentially kingside castle here. I mean, it's not the wisest thing. The pawns are coming, and obviously white wants to attack on the king side. Okay, so c6, the knight goes home. Preferentially, I don't think it matters that much where the knight goes, right? I mean, maybe e3 is a bit more active. Okay, and now we see
Probably just better to defend that bishop on c4. So if bishop takes bishop, you have the recapture with the knight.
okay, that's super obvious. Good point. I didn't even realize that. So knight e3 actually is just better to defend the bishop. And I guess we get a grasp on the center. Maybe it's more flexible because some point we can maybe even put the knight on f5. So yeah, so now we see black castling, and I guess they're not really that worried. Fair enough. So they're not that worried about the pawn storm or even the fact that a lot of white pieces are probably going to get aligned with the king side. So black doesn't seem to care, and maybe that'll be their downfall. I don't know. Now we see h4 continuing with the storm. Is that pawn hanging? It is not. It is protected 2 times. I'm wondering if... See, the thing that I don't like about white's play is they're still not developed. Like, it's moved 12, and this knight is not moved. Maybe some sort of an idea is... Can you play knight e2 here? Knight e2 actually would hang the pawn, which is funny. Maybe you play f3. I mean, this is kind of an awkward position for white. What do you think?
Oh, I love this position for white. I mean, Stockfish would probably drag this through the mud, but since I know that I wouldn't be playing against an engine, hopefully, as white, I would be pretty happy here about the possibility of like g5 because of that early h6 push by black, say takes with the pawns, and then you can even have queen to h5 after that knight moves out of the way, because that pawn on c2 is defended by your knight on e3. So you have all sorts of these like crazy attacking ideas, and to be honest, black kind of just walked into it by castling kingside. So I think white's unorthodox play actually managed to kind of maybe make black walk into, in my opinion, a kind of obvious kingside attack.
So that's actually a very funny stylistic difference because I am not that heavy of an attacking player, and I like, unless I have to, or it's just like in the cards for me, I like development. I like king safety. But in lines of aggression, I guess it's okay. Granted, we're not really getting attacked like you said, and black kind of just walked into that. So that's also a good point. In my brain, I'm like, okay, maybe they should be developing, but I guess they don't really even have to. I'm also wondering if maybe knight h3, could that be a chance to develop? But also, there is a point of knight h3. It is hard to put your queen anywhere because the knight is controlling the light squares. So I guess it doesn't matter that much right now. Okay, so we see b5. Aha. Okay, b5. Now black has to be like, okay, put some foot on the gas, counterattacking, because obviously if they don't, they might just lose. b5, bishop b3. Ooh, yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, bishop b3. Yeah. Takes.
You definitely had to take on e6 there, surely. Bishop takes e6 and then g5. Because you have to maintain the initiative. So by making a capture, black has to take back. You play g5, again, you maintain the initiative. Black has to take the pawn, etc., etc. But if you play bishop b3, you kind of just say black, say to black, rather, do whatever you want with my queen side.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, this game seems, I'm already thinking, oh, I don't think it's like ridiculously low whatsoever, but I think there's a lot of mixed ideas. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So d5. Okay. Probably not bad whatsoever.
That's a great idea.
Yep.
That white king is in the center. You're going to play d5 and open the center. I mean, I would play that. That's a great move.
Yeah, so what I was saying is that before, white's king was basically essentially in no reason. So obviously we want to break through if we can, especially because this position feels like you kind of have to do something as a black, because white's objective is very clear. They want to do some kingside attack and they want to checkmate you. So if you're playing as black, you don't really want to be too passive. So now we're seeing black strike back on the queen side in the center, which I think is good, which is kind of cueing me into the fact that this probably isn't that low elo of a game, but I'm not too sure yet. Okay, so we see g5 again, continuing the kingside attack. g5, knight e8. Is there any better places? So obviously knight h7 is terrible. Probably, I have no idea. We can't see the evaluation of any moves. Let me be clear. I don't know. I mean, would you rather knight e8 or knight d7 here?
I would probably rather knight h7. Weirdly enough.
Okay.
Because after pawn takes h6, I would push g6, and h5 is incoming anyways. But I feel like
I misheard. So knight h7. I'm going to show this.
Knight h7, and then after pawn takes on h6, I would push pawn straight ahead to g6.
That's a good thought.
And even though h5 is still incoming, I feel like you have like rook to a7, queen to f6, and there's like a whole bunch of pieces that can make their way over to the king side.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair thought. So again, I'm thinking we play stylistically very different, which is funny for this video. See, if I thought about this, I'd play knight a7, but honestly, I probably still wouldn't. I probably would play knight d7. I'm not really analyzing the position that well, but I probably would play that. Knight e8 though seems like a bit of an awkward move just because it locks in the rook. I guess the nice part of knight e8 is you're defending this pawn. Maybe the king could sidestep or something. Yeah, it seems a little awkward. I could be wrong there.
It's funny too, because I feel like you give credit to the players for playing conceptually well, and I might be giving them a little too much credit for playing, balls to the wall, so to speak. But it definitely is a stylistic difference.
I don't think that's necessarily a problem though. If you're giving them credit for attacking, I mean they're literally attacking. That's not something to discredit them for. But I think that's actually very funny, just because of how different our thought process is here. And even if Stockfish would be like, "Oh, what you're saying is wrong," who really cares? I mean, like you said before, this is not like we're playing an engine. Obviously, people can't defend like computers. So now we see b4. Aha. b4.
Interesting change of idea there.
I think b4 is okay, but I also don't know if it's totally necessary. I feel like they want to play it to kind of kick the bishop away, but then again, they could just play bishop b6, and it seems a little random, or even just a7 immediately.
I had to write a paper for English one time, and I wrote it on how engines play different from humans. And one of the advantages that engines have is they never fully commit an idea. They can completely change their plan from one move to the other. So for example, here white is attacking on the king side, and an engine wouldn't have a problem with, I'm not saying this is an engine move, but an engine wouldn't have a problem with switching to the entire opposite side of the board with the brand new spanking idea of blocking up the queen side so black doesn't have counterplay. So there might be some credit to be given to this move. I would say, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't bother moving to the queen side. I would probably just take on h6 and try to continue my king side attack, though.
Yeah, no, I actually know exactly what you mean, because I remember watching a few Stockfish games of exactly what you said. Is they're focusing on the king side, and then they go to the queen side, the king side, back and forth, just putting pressure all over the board. So I do know what you're saying, but I'm wondering, from what you just said, I'm wondering if white is doing these things intentionally, or is doing these things because they don't exactly know how to proceed. I'm wondering if the pawn push was necessary, but let's not get too okay. a5. Ooh, okay.
I like that. I like a5.
Yeah, kind of shutting it down a bit.
Yeah, 100% shutting down that queen side, which it seems like it might be. This actually seems menacingly precise, and I'm just looking at the time sync again.
Yeah.
White has not even used a minute yet, and black is now down under 6. So they've used 4+ minutes on this game so far.
Yes, you are correct. That's crazy, and it's move 17 as well. I'm on the fence over whether this is a well executed plan or not a well executed plan. And again, I guess we'll figure that out pretty soon. Okay, so we see c5. Black's kind of striking back, and white has to answer that. Oh, interesting choice. Okay, so they take the d pawn. What would you have played here? Would you have ever
I would also
taken with
take the d pawn, but yeah, definitely with the knight, right? Centralize the knight, and then you close up that center. So if you take with that e pawn, black has ideas of like f5, e4, and they can continue to harass your king. Right, f5 and then e4, and then that king is still kind of in shambles. But if you take with the knight, then you kind of just grab that outpost, and you have a very strong center at that point.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, taking with the pawn, also just like kind of weakening white's king tactically even further, creating a very easy target on the d5 pawn. So that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of I feel like this could maybe be a crazy mismatch. I could be wrong though. Okay, so takes. Okay, bishop takes, of course. And then knight d6. Okay, so activating that knight. See, this is probably why a time ago I probably would have put it on d7, but who cares? Now we have to waste a little more time. I'm wondering here. See, this is what's confusing me. Like, I'm wondering why white is not continuing their attack. Like, I guess they have been shutting down black's attack, but is their king ever going to be in some kind of danger? Granted, it might take a few moves for black to really do anything. I mean, how are they really going to threaten white's king right now? But why has white not continued their attack? Okay, so okay, well, there you go. GH, and it's funny how this was a move. GH was a move for a very long time here. GH, like you said, G6. Instead of taking, obviously, taking would have been like catastrophic. Taking, you're going to basically get checkmated if you take here. And I guess one of their opponents does not want checkmate. Okay, so we see G6 instead of taking. Hold on. G6, H5. Okay,
Yeah.
H5. Yep.
Yeah, the thing is now because you don't have that. I'm gonna still make the argument that that knight on H7 would probably have been better because you can still sack that H6 pawn by moving it to H7, draw the king out, and then exchange the H pawn for the G6 pawn. That rook is looking down the H file. The queen comes in at some point. This looks kind of sketchy for black.
So what I usually do in these positions is for like the sack, if they ever played H7, I'm just moving the king over. That's not saying that this is a good position whatsoever, especially because maybe this dark split bishop could be a problem, but I'm never taking. I'm just usually sidestepping. But
I didn't even think of that.
It could still be annoying, you know what I mean? Okay, but how do they handle this? This is an incredibly important position. How do they handle this? Queen G5.
I don't need a knight on D6, do you? I don't need one.
I feel like that opens the door for white to just take. Wait, whoa.
Oh, but they target the knight on G1.
So they activate the knight finally by hitting the queen with the tempi. Notice, I don't think this queen... Wow, this queen has like no good squares. Look at this. Like basically everything knight controls this. A lot of... Wow. Finally, the knight activates with very good synchronicity. Is that the word? I don't know. The knight finally activates, hitting the queen.
I mean, surely you have to push the queen back at that point and defend your knight on D6 because it worked for one tempo. That queen on G5 sees the knight on G1. The knight on G1 develops and counterattacks the queen.
Yeah.
I think the queen just has to go back and defend that knight on D6.
Yeah, my dumbass was like, "Oh, take the pawn." Bruh. Probably not. Yeah, very good point. Knight H3. Okay. Yeah, so knight H3. Queen takes H5.
Hey ho! Oh gosh.
Oh, ballsy. Okay, so queen takes H5. I would not do this.
Goodness.
I would never ever do this as white, just because I want to keep my queen. But also, there is a point of, is it detrimental keeping your queen? Like, what if you play queen D2?
Right, just knight F3.
Yeah, it's trading might. This is a wild position right now. Okay, so this kind of changed.
Wait, we gotta unpack that for a second. Head back just one move for a sec. So queen H5. Honestly, I wrote off that move immediately. In my head, you had to move the queen back and defend the knight, but somehow the queen on H5 defends the knight on D4 to move to F3, which does fork the king and the rook. And even if you trade off the queens and then take the knight on D6 with your bishop, there's still knight to F3 after, forking the king and the rook again. So pawn takes back.
Oh my god, my dumbass. Yeah.
Pawn takes back, bishop takes, knight F3, and that still works. Forking the king and the rook. So maybe queen to H5 is totally well calculated. How long did it take them to see that?
I know, let's see.
9 seconds?
9 seconds.
Interesting. These might actually be some strong players.
Okay, by the way,
because I didn't see that. I was just trashing on that move from the get-go, but that might actually work just fine.
It's move 22, and white has used 1 minute 20 seconds, and black has used over 5. So black has well, I guess close to 6. Wow, look at the pawns. By the way, the pawns on this board are absolutely insane.
Just some checkers pieces, basically, to be honest.
This is a absolutely diabolical game. Yeah, so bishop takes, and then we get the fork, as you were mentioning.
Wow.
It's good you're here because you see these things way quicker than I do. Okay, so king E2, knight takes H2. Yeah, I mean, okay. Now,
so after all of that, the only thing that white walks away with is an extra pawn.
Yeah.
And black has a bishop for a knight in a relatively open endgame. So this might still be dead even.
The pawns too are like very, I don't know, they're kind of trash. I mean, This one is pretty good. I mean, it's a pass pawn
Very
right
hard to
now.
protect. How about that? Very hard to
Yeah,
protect.
very hard to protect. I mean, maybe the king can move, the rook goes here. I don't know. And how do you defend your pass pawn? Who do you think has advantage here? I'm, oof. Maybe I feel like I'm giving it very slight. Well, how does black get this knight home? Is this knight like maybe they have to play like bishop c8 and push the pawn? How do they? Where do they move this knight to? Oh my God, knight g4. Well, knight g4. I'm wondering. Does white just play like f3 to trap that? Is this knight about to get trapped? This knight is very, very claustrophobic.
Oh, f3 is a nice find. Yeah, f3 probably would trap the knight.
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
So if they had played f3 there, I feel like there wasn't counterplay to f3.
Well, f3 they would have to take your knight with their bishop. King takes back, rook c8 with the idea of rook h1, rook c2. So takes,
Yep.
and then rook c8 is basically your only try there, I think. Because if you do play rook to h1 right away, I play rook c2, but then I don't know, like knight f2, the knight is gone anyways.
Oh, interference.
Yeah.
I guess they had this and just takes. I just tried to take my own thing. Dude, look at these pawn structures. My God. Okay.
Yeah, so that knight could have been toast for sure. But okay, white attacks it straight away anyways.
Hold on, but the question is, are they... What? We have to guess their ELO. That's the craziest thing. How high at ELO? Because what do you blitz? You're like 2200, right?
No, blitz I'm 2000 because I use that for my opening challenges.
Okay, so obviously you're higher than 2000. And bullet, I know you're way higher. Okay, let's. How long does that have to take to? Well, that took you a second to see that, but I'm wondering if that was even seen like whatsoever. Who knows? Regardless, so rook h1, bishop takes, f takes, knight g4. I really wonder who has advantage in this position. It might be pretty equal. Who knows? But
I would say in
again,
terms of like comfort, white would probably be more comfortable in the position because they can now, because they made that f pawn into an e pawn, they can push it to e4 and have a supported pass pawn on d5.
Right.
Whereas black's only pass pawn is h5, and that's toast in a couple of moves, almost guaranteed, I think.
Yeah.
So in terms of comfort, white is probably more comfortable in this position. But I have no idea what the engine would say about this.
Fair. Okay. Knight g5, obviously threatening this pawn. Are they pushing? No, it's taking. Okay, taking, takes. Knight g8. Yeah, probably knight g8. You can't really... Putting it there is no good. Knight just moves and attack the knight. Okay. Is this pawn going to somehow fall? I mean, I highly doubt it. Knight f3, hitting the pawn. Do they immediately play f6? Yes, they do. f6 to defend the pawn. e4.
I think e4 is pretty telling. E4 is like, and how long did it take them to move e4? 6 seconds.
6
yeah,
seconds.
I feel like the fact that they played e4 right away, that I'm going to give them credit for that for sure, in terms of they must be like at least a little bit higher rated, unless it's just way more natural than I'm thinking it is. But e4, because you have ideas of like knight h4, knight f5, black has a backwards pawn on f6, you have a pass pawn on d5 that's supported by that pawn on e4. I mean, white just has like an iron fist grasp over this position right now, and I think e4 solidified that, and they found that in only 6 seconds.
Oh my God.
So I'm pretty happy about that for white.
And the crazy thing about this position is obviously if you have like your rooks, you want to be on the open files. Rook c8, king d2. This whole file is shut down.
Completely blocked. Yeah.
It's like, okay, white must have a sizable advantage. I mean, screw what Thoughtfish thinks. I'm gonna give the advantage pretty heavily here to white. So now rook c8, king d2. There we go, king d2, shutting down this file. So not that the rook is useless or anything, but the file is shut down. Knight e7. Obviously, you want to activate the knight, sort of. Rook h8 check. Egg blocks.
Wait, maybe this is a rating mismatch. You've been saying that since the very beginning, and to be honest, I wasn't sold on the idea. But now I'm looking at the time usage again. I'm starting to think it might be, because white's used not like a little more than 2 minutes, and black has used 7. And not to mention, after black played knight to e7, white played rook to h8, which I would play too, in 2 seconds. Right. So the time difference is enormous. White is winning, in my opinion. I would say this is pretty comfortably winning for white. It's just a conversion thing at this point. And they did find rook to h8 almost instantaneously. So So I'm giving white a lot of credit here. I think this might be a rating mismatch. You know what just occurred to me?
Yeah.
This could be like an arena game too, where they just got randomly paired.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that too. Um, someone is submitting this game though, so like this feels like
So
a
they must be
flex.
white.
Yeah,
Yeah, they must be happy about this game.
there must be some sort of a flex, but like also like, okay, are we playing knight g8 here, or are we playing king f7? Oof.
I mean, surely you play knight g8 to try and keep pieces on the board.
Of course, yeah.
So you have some fighting chance, I think.
I'm trying to think what I would do in a game. It depends how much time I have. Granted. So black is running into blitz territory now. Okay, so rook h8, knight g8. So they don't want to trade pieces. Fair. Also, actually, king g7 attacking the rook, and there you go. No pieces need to be traded. And obviously, this knight can't be like threatened. Okay, so rook h7. Oof, I like that move. Rook h7, cut off the king. Occupy the H file.
Okay.
Can't go here.
If I were black, I would instantly play knight to e7 here, cutting off the 7th rank and seeing if I can bait white into playing rook to h8 again for a quick little threefold repetition. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, does that happen? No, rook c5.
No.
Rook c5. Oh.
Not sure what we're looking at. He's got neighbors now on b5 and d5, but neither of them do anything. So
I mean, rook a7 is potentially cut. This is a very. Does that just lose a pawn? Am I missing something? Rook a7 just attacking the pawn, and how do they defend it? I mean, I guess
no, it
they
looks
just
right.
go here.
That looks like a free pawn.
Rook a7, and then they go here like, oh, yeah, but.
And then they pray and hope that with 7 minutes, white won't find that free rook.
Yeah. Oh, rook a7. Wait, immediately played. 3.5 seconds. Rook a7. Wait,
Holy
what?
moly.
Wait, whoa. What if white is like ridiculously lower rated than black?
There's no way. Surely.
I feel like this is a flex game. This has got to be
what if it's like a time odds thing where this is like a specifically like a 10-minute, or no, wait, we would know if it was time odds because it would show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like trying to cope so hard because this has
it's
to.
Hard. Guess the ELO is
a
hard, man. It has to be. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it looks like it.
But the problem is that you're reasoning that, well, somebody would have submitted this game. Why on earth would a 2000 submit a game where they wipe the floor with a 500? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So that's really tripping me up right now.
I have a weird feeling white is like 1,000 ELO less than black. I have a very weird feeling about this, and they were super aggressive in the opening. This happens to me. Like I can, especially if I'm like super tired, I can very easily fall victim to a very aggressive openings and get into these super uncomfortable positions where I will lose to crazy mismatches. Look at this move b4.
At this point, might as well.
I mean, okay, just b4, but also just takes defending the pawn, and this looks real bad for black. Okay, b3. Yeah, b3.
Oh, but b3 is creative, looking for rook c2 or b2. Okay, okay.
Are they playing like? I mean, first of all, you have to.
Wait, hey, 91? No thanks, not for me,
Dude,
thanks. I'll play knight to h4.
What if this is a crazy mismatch? I mean, because I'm telling you, white has these really like scatterbrained ideas. Like knight h4, I get it. They want to go to the outpost, but you also, I mean. Now is your time to win this game. 91, shut down the position, defend d2.
Yes.
Dude, I mean, but this could be a crazy draw. Like Stockfish might have some insane ideas to draw this position. Like this pawn's 3 squares, this pawn's 2 squares from promoting. This is really hard to tell. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's probably the cleanest way to do it. Just rook b6, push your pawn. Yeah. Pass pawn for pass pawn at that point.
Yeah, maybe just rook a2. Trade it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, now I mean, I was looking if there's like some check baiting ideas, but no, I mean this F square is not covered. Yeah, I mean obviously white has like. I feel like white has really good odds now. I mean they have this really strong far advanced pass pawn defended by e4. Okay. Oh, the knight trade. Okay. Knight trade. Okay. So what I'm thinking about that knight trade is that black is like, okay, I know this is what I'm saying. I feel like black is higher rated. Black knows that even if that there's a pass pawn in like a rook end games, they can sometimes be drawn, right? So they're activating their knight. They're offering a trade. Also, boogie, but they used almost 30 seconds for 97. Okay, rook b8, king f7, rook b7.
Oh, get out of here. No,
Yep.
no, white has to be higher rated. There's no way. In 14 seconds, they decided to pin the knight on e7. Nah, get out of here. Because of that tension, there's no way. There's no way. White has to be higher rated than black. There's no shot. That's such a good find.
So this is just a crazy blunder. Damn. I mean, damn.
No.
Oh,
This is funny business. This is funny business.
Oh yeah.
Sure, and at this point, black can play just whatever, I guess. I mean, white's not even used 3 minutes, and they've done all this.
Yeah, look at this move, rook b6. Yeah, what else are you gonna do? Okay, rook b6. Okay.
Yeah, just d6, d7, surely.
Yep.
Ah, even better. Sure, check.
I love how d6.
No way they go for checkmate on the side when they have a pass pawn.
That would
on
be
d5.
that would be insane. Like, imagine they just like move their king over and they somehow like just found like, I mean, not really found. I mean, it's
forced
very,
and created
and like
a side mate.
just made like, and then you also threaten just like pushing your pawn. That would be too much. Okay, so now they push d6. Fantastic. Rook b8. Yeah, they're absolutely just completely screwed here. Okay, d7. Beautiful. Rook's defending the pawn. So
And just for a little added context, white still has 7 minutes on the clock. Black is now under 10 seconds. So if black does anything here besides just get thrown around, I will personally, send them thanks for making this game more interesting. Because white surely just converts here.
Rook b2 is so fun. Wait, is this gonna end in a draw? Wait,
There's no way.
Does black's king have any? Black's king has no moves.
Oh my god. No. You have 7 minutes. You have 7 minutes. You have 7 minutes. No. Oh, that's so bad. First of all, what a great find by black.
Oh
Actually, I can't
God.
even blame white. That's such a good idea. I actually fell for that in a tournament one time. Oh my, but you had 7 minutes to think about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you called it. It does end in a draw. And if that king ever takes the rook, it's just stalemate. Wait, okay. Now we have to speculate. Did black see that idea? Or did they just kind of run into it?
100%. Wait a minute. Did they? Oh, wait. I have to see something. Wait, where did they move their rook? Wait. Yeah, they did. Rook b2. So me and him have different guesses. I don't know what he's thinking so far.
I'm going to guess that white is 2150.
1028.
So okay, wait. If we had just combined our guesses and split the difference, we would have got this right. Oh my goodness. Wait, what were they? 1653? Wow. Huh.
Okay, I guess I lose a piece. So because I lost, I'm going to be playing a game of spin down a piece. I am choosing to lose my left rook. So whatever side I get, I can't move that rook. So the wheel spins and whatever it lands on, I have to do. So Pirate, I must move a piece on the A file or the H file. Notice how I have 1 minute, so I got to go fast. Cannot move my rook on a 1. All right. Now his wheel is spinning, and while that's doing that, I can't see his constraint. And yeah. Okay, I have to move my rook. That is hilarious. If I had to move this rook, I would have lost. Okay, I'll play rook h2. This is all theory, of course.
I'm feeling pretty lucky-ducky about this, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I bet you are, even though you're probably going to lose. What is he doing? No, but how did I get pirate again? Oh, dude. You know what? Knight a3. What can you do about that? Nothing, you suck.
This is like drawback chess on steroids right now. So
Yep.
I feel like I have a little bit of an upper hand here. I feel like
can you
I'm
stop
ready
distracting me?
That's my whole strategy.
Attacking the knight, where are you moving it? You don't know. Because you probably can't move the knight, can you? No, you can't. It's over.
But you're not going to take it, right? No, you're a nice kind of guy. I could tell.
Your night's over.
Nah,
By the way, you're in time pressure. You're in time.
Heart.
Peaceful move. Dude, you got to be kidding me. I can't capture anything.
You're a sweetheart at heart. I know. It knows too.
Oh.
It just wants you to reflect that on the game.
You know what? Enjoy. You can. You know what? Have it your way. Burger King. Wait. Hold on. Don't.
What did you want me to have?
Oh my God.
That night? No, I'll take it for sure.
Pawn. Wait, did you date it with the knight? Please.
No.
Okay. Well, Excellent. You know what? You want to checkmate me? No, just don't play Queen
Ooh.
E7.
Hmm.
Oh my God! Imagine. Yeah, if you
Am I
roll
having a lucky
queen-
day, Tunish? Am I having a lucky day?
Don't. Yo, if you play Queen
Okay,
E7.
I think so. I think I'm having a lucky
Wait, but
day.
I have to. What do you mean? I'm the free bump. You gave me a free move. I have to take it.
Oh, you do? Wait, you don't spin the wheel?
You don't know the rules of spin? Of course I spin the wheel. I have to. Come on. You have to play Queen E7. No. Who is this guy?
Oh no! Oh, so it has to be checkmate. It can't just be. It's not a king.
Yeah, I
capture
guess you
variant?
don't want checkmate. Yeah, the typical.
I guess I don't.
Typical
I guess I
day.
just want to take your king.
Wait, play Queen E7 now. Wait, what? Did your
Oh
queen
my
just...
goodness! No, if I play Queen E7, you get another free move. Okay,
Why do I
I'm
have
seeing
to
how
move
this
my
works.
king right? No. Wait, can you?
Interesting.
Oh my God. Yo, if I
Oh,
had a
wonderful,
pun,
wonderful. A little further now, just a little bit further, now.
you have a fake four
Okay,
coming.
let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay, no
little
puns.
tickle,
You're in
tickle.
time pressure, by the way. You have 35 seconds. I'm fast. I'm
I
the
am,
fastest
I
man in the
am.
world. Watch this. No, dude, stop. Move! It's fine. It's fine. What do you think you're
Okay,
trying here?
that I can do. That I can do.
I have to remember not to move my other rook. Okay.
I have to protect that pawn on B7. It's a little bit
move
weak at
my
the moment.
king or queen.
Ah, wonderful. Yes, spectacular. Now just a little bit further. I'm going to coax you a little bit further into
Yeah,
the center
you're
now.
fine. It's you know what? Light score. Guess what? Guess where I'm going. I'm going over here. You got nothing.
Sweet.
You got nothing.
Okay. That I can also do.
Wait, just give me a check with the queen or something. Okay. All right. Dark square. All right. Well, you know what? This is a bad call. It's a very bad call. I don't like my position. Luckily, I'm winning because you're under extreme time pressure.
Let's go, little guy. Targeting H4. Nice, nice. I like this.
Push a pawn. Excellent. This is going according to plan. You know what? I feel like let's cause some chaos here.
When do I get to castle?
You don't.
I had a funny feeling. I had the funniest little
Not
feel.
today.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Have you
Okay,
rolled?
sure, why
Have
not?
you never rolled king yet? What is happening? I've rolled king like 3 times. Capture a piece. Wait. What did
No,
you-
I think you've stolen all of my king rolls.
This is amazing. Look at this. Thank you. Oh my God, this is actually a really sketchy position for me, but it's also not at all, is it? Okay.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like this.
Should beat you on time
Little
here.
tickle on the side.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Let's do move the queen. Guess what? I'm playing a gambit. Can't. Well. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. Let's go here. Defend the pawn. Well. This is
No! No!
What did you have?
No!
You have
Why
capture
is, that
piece?
why is that even an
Let's go.
option?
Let's go. Dude, I have to move my king.
I'm-
Really? No.
I had
Bro.
to put you in check. I rolled put the king in check. I had no choice.
What do you mean?
Oh.
I just had to move my king.
Now wait a second. Voila! Yes, I'm a principled player. What do you think my ELO is?
Push a pawn.
Yes.
30. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Well, I'm gonna push my pawn.
Not resign? Okay, I guess you could
Yeah,
do
'cause I'm gonna
that.
beat you on. Oh my God, we're even on time. Okay.
No, not for long. I'm gonna put a little pressure on the position.
Hold on. Peaceful move. Excellent. This is all going in court. Wait, well, am I in check? Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah, of course I am.
Oh my God! Please, not like this. Yo, if you take.
Oh.
Oh
No,
my
you got
God.
lucky. You got lucky. I had to move back. Fair
Free
enough.
bishop.
Fair enough.
Free move. Did you move your queen?
Yeah, I had to.
Guess what? Enjoy.
Ooh.
I'm gambitting. I'm gambitting because I want to win here. You have nothing.
Your piece
on me.
must move at least 2 steps. I think I can do that. Yes. I think I can do exactly that actually.
Oh my God. I'm
Still
so
no
good.
resignation. You've got to
so
admire the
good.
persistence here.
Just give me knight twice. Pawn. Yo, did you pay the devs or something? What's happening here?
I did. I called the
No,
dev
but
and he
this
was
is
like,
crazy.
"You are my favorite channel."
This
That's
is
what he said.
crazy, dude. You know what? I'm push a pawn. I forgot my constraint. Incredible.
I just didn't know you were such a dedicated viewer of the channel, but
This
I
is
appreciate
funny.
the advantage.
This is excellent. Yeah. So
Let's
next.
go here.
Okay. Well, next I'm moving my bit. Well, I have to capture a piece.
Well, new strategy. I think it's going to be hard to checkmate you. I'm just going to get rid of your rook, and then when you roll that you have
I
to,
have to
move the other
capture a
rook, then I
piece.
win. Oh, get out of here.
I have to
Okay,
capture
okay.
a piece. What do you mean?
Oh, free move. Huh.
Excellent. This is all going
So many
according to plan.
options. What should I do?
This is only because I couldn't move my rook. This is why you're winning, by the way. There's no other reason.
This is true. This is
Okay,
true.
guys,
No,
what,
if that
now-
rook were on the board, this would be crazy.
Your queen is dead. It's over for you. I'm winning your queen now.
Oh no, is she actually like gone?
Yes.
Like there's no hope for her whatsoever.
You have
oh
got
goodness.
to. Are you actually joking?
Oh wait, I'll move her back to d4 in a second. Just give me a minute.
This is hogwash. I'm telling you.
Peaceful move. I am really quite a peaceful player, I think.
Luckily, he doesn't know you could checkmate with a peaceful move. Anyways, okay, I have to move my king. Why do I have to keep moving my king? No, but this is crazy. This is insane.
Let's go. You must like. Oh, you've got. I hate this move, but it's okay. We'll just
You have light
waste
spur?
a turn.
Yep, got it. I have to move my king. What is happening? No, but every single time I'm moving my king. No, this is actually nonsense.
It's okay. Whatever you do, it has to be in 6 seconds anyways.
Why am I
Why do I
this
keep getting
unlucky?
pirate? Let's get rid of pirate. Let's get rid of that because it's kind of screwing over my entire plan
No,
right
let's
now.
keep it. Okay, I have to push a pawn.
No. I'm not enjoying this pirate move
I get
anymore.
a dream. There's a dream here.
Oh, I see it. I see the vision. Ooh, I must move a bishop. There's
Wait
so
a
many
minute.
options.
Okay,
Huh.
sure. Free move. What did you do? Wait, am I in check
Little
right now? Why am I always in check?
I just realized it. The reason you're asking me is because you can't see with the spinner wheel in the way.
What is happening?
Okay, we did manage to win the game after Tunish timed out. Thanks for having me on the channel.
I am here with,
Croissant Chess, the best Guess the ELO player who has ever been born.
and today we're playing Guess the ELO like exactly how he said. Are you ready for this?
I'm always ready for this.
And I should mention that there will be a big twist at the end of the video or the end of our session. I do not know the ELO though this time. Now, it starts with E4, E5, F4. Ooh, a little King's Gambit. I should ask you, what openings do you play? Do you play E4 or D4?
Typically I go for an E4 type of setup. I used to play D4 though, so I play both.
Aha. Okay,
I
so
never play the King's Gambit though.
neither have I. I've seen a few like old GM games, so you might have to carry. I don't actually play E4 whatsoever. So now
Ooh,
we
okay.
see Knight C6, FE. So, ooh, taking. Got it. Okay, so FE, Knight takes, Knight F3, Knight, ooh, haha.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so just Knight takes. Now I'm wondering if there's even, if there's a better move here instead of unprompted taking that Knight. Okay, so weirdly in my mind, I'm thinking a trade so early is maybe a lower level idea. Now, like I said, I don't play E4 or the King's Gambit, so I don't know if the point is ever to take. In my mind, maybe I would play something else. But what do you think?
Yeah, for the white pieces, I don't think you're ever supposed to take the black's E pawn in the King's Gambit.
Ah, okay.
Because I think they're supposed to take, and then you like play D3 and like you could develop your dark square bishop.
Yep.
From what I've seen, I've only seen like one video on it before, but yeah, I don't think that's the right move. But the King's Gambit itself is like implicit of a higher to medium level skill range. Like I don't think a beginner's playing the King's Gambit.
So something interesting based on what you just said there is in every single video that I've ever seen, like any like older GMs, like I know King's Gambit was popular, I mean, it's still popular now, but a long
Yeah.
time ago, it was extremely popular, and I have never ever seen it played like this. So that might be speaking, or like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but okay. Now, GF.
Oh,
So white, well, I guess they could have taken with the queen here, and probably they should have, because they could put a lot of pressure on this F7 pawn if they take with the queen, maybe get the bishop out, and then... Yeah, you know what? Taking with the G pawn actually seems like an insane choice.
because then black has Queen H4 if they want to, and then it's like, what do you do against that? That's why your knight's very important in the King's Gambit, but like,
Yes, yes,
this
I
is
know
already
that.
not looking good.
Yeah, so I know they're like a long time ago they actually didn't. It's funny because I don't think they ever cared about Queen H4 ideas and like not being made with castle and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, no, but I could be wrong. But obviously the play style now versus then is incredibly different. Knight F6. Imagine this is like a game from 100 years ago. D3. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, D3 probably pretty normal, but I'm wondering in this position, maybe D4 taking full control of the center
Yeah.
is right. Maybe a better idea. So I don't know, especially because they can do that. D4 probably also stopping bishop c5 and, so d3, bishop d6. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Knight c3 just developing. Castles. Bishop g5, nice, pinning the knight to the queen. I'm wondering if we're going to see like a queenside castling and then, I mean, some usage of the open g file attack on the king or something. Bishop whoa, bishop e5. Okay.
That's an interesting move because then white has like they could just push their f4 pawn, and then they could just push or yeah, kicking the dark square bishop, then just push up their e pawn to e5, and then like that knight has to could do something, right?
Yeah, I think they just win a piece. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure they just win a piece. But well, actually, no. F pawn and then they just take the knight, right?
Yeah, I
wait,
mean
D pawn.
that's still tricky for black to play, but oh wait, yeah, e pawn.
Yeah,
Then what?
D pawn bishop here, and then I mean,
Oh, it's a fork and it's hitting the knight.
I mean that would be insane. I mean, okay, that's
Okay,
not found.
I mean-
But here's the thing: it's that you know what? I actually really kind of dislike that move. Not even because it just straight up blunders a pawn, but you're not actually really even threatening to take. Now, the question is, are they thinking like, okay, I'm playing this so I can play d4, but they also
Yeah.
could have done that already. I mean,
I don't know.
oh boy. I'm getting lower elo vibes from this game already just because a lot of other things could have happened. Like maybe, okay, you know what? I'm wondering if black played bishop e5 to like threaten the knight because doubled pawns. And then white's like, no, I'm not getting my pawns doubled. I'm playing knight d5 when maybe they should have just played like, if they're gonna do this and not go for the fork, just like queen d2. So if he takes, and then again, you have pressure, you're preparing e5, and yeah, that's strange to me. So knight d5.
Whoa.
This is a
whoa.
totally random game. Wow.
Okay, I was thinking it was like medium level rating. Now sub I don't know, 800
25
at least.
100. What? No, I'm just kidding.
800.
Yeah, no, it's got to be low. Important to note, 30 seconds on each side. How long to blunder the queen? 9 seconds to blunder the queen. Okay.
Oh, you spent 9 seconds in that move. Okay.
So rook takes, pawn takes the knight. Yeah. Rook e. Is
Okay.
white gonna get like checkmated? Rook e8.
Whoa.
D4 is hilarious. I'm wondering if you could maybe like win the queen or something. D4 and maybe bishop here, and then you move the rook and win the queen. Oh my god! Wait, does that happen? No. Okay, so bishop takes D4.
Okay, picking up a free pawn.
Granted, this and then king here, and then you don't win the queen. I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Bring that way back. Yeah. So, okay, this is probably the better move, I would say. I mean, I guess. So, yeah. So takes and then bishop e2 to block. I like that. I'm wondering if there's some BM ideas with just like queen e2 for the memes. Okay, so bishop e2. Bishop takes the pawn. Now it's you probably don't want a long castle. Granted, white is like up a queen, so they could castle, they could long castle. They don't even have to castle.
Yeah.
Who knows? Rook b1, of course. This gives white, obviously, they have 2 semi-open files. I think I called this one an open file earlier. 2 semi-open files. I mean, black is of course dead lost, but even more lost because the king is just in a ton of trouble here. So bishop c3 check. Okay, king f1. Do you have any new thoughts so far?
I mean, I thought this was a medium rating because they're playing the King's Gambit, but like after saying these following moves, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. But black, if I was black, I would just at this point play like d6 or yeah, d6, try to get the light squared bishop out. And because the white king is kind of exposed, like they are up a lot of pieces, but like yeah, if they throw the white king in check, I mean, they could kind of force him out of his little protection area. I don't know. Since it's such a low rating, I think black it's possible for them to come back from this.
Now
So
you're
it's not completely
assuming
over.
you're assuming this is such a low rating.
I,
Might not be.
who spends 9 seconds to think about a move and blunders their queen?
This
That's
is
like,
rapid, by the way. We should mention this is rapid. This is not a
Yeah.
bullet game. No, yeah, you have a good point. This is wild so far. Funny ideas. Also, d6 is a very nice move because d6 actually also prevents white from playing d6 themselves, and then, you know, black would be in a ton of trouble. But I mean, black's already in a ton of trouble. But okay, so instead we see c6.
oh my days.
Wow. So c6 instead of d6. Yeah. Okay. So takes. Okay.
Oh, now their light squared bishops opened up. Okay, this is good.
I'm wondering if like maybe like this will come with check and then the queen's gonna move. I don't know. I feel like would white ever be getting checkmated here? Doubt it. Bishop c4, unlocking the bishop. The bishop was, I mean, kind of in a poor pot. It was in a was in a poor spot before. And now there's some pin ideas, and yeah, but like you said, also maybe bishop h3 check, and then king goes here, and then another check eventually when the rook's. I don't know. Maybe white could be in some trouble, but okay, wait a minute. Bishop h3 check. King moves up the board. Rook a to d8.
I like that.
Hold on. Rook a to d8.
Oh. Oh my days.
What? Oh my god. Of all moves, f4. Literally
Okay.
anything could it be played.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so rook takes queen. Rook takes. Notably, I like how they took with this rook, putting pressure on b7. But okay. Bishop.
Yo.
No way. Wait, did they move the king? Oh!
Yo. I this game is disturbing me right
Say
now.
it ain't so. Okay. They don't even save the bishop. Just b5 attacking the bishop. Incredible.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, amazing. So in a position like this, which is also wild, bishop f1. Maybe not even bishop d3, but in a position like this, you could just take the bishop, takes, and then listen, you're totally winning. Or to a degree, you're winning enough here. Two rooks probably are going to dominate these two,
Yeah.
but a bishop f1. A lot of these moves are like very reactive and panicky. Bishop f1, bishop takes, rook takes f1, of course. Bishop c3. I have no idea what's going to go down in this game. Even like bishop c3 is such a random move. Like maybe if you're going to put your bishop somewhere, if you do, putting it on b6 is maybe better, controlling this, keeping control of this diagonal, you know,
Yeah.
keeping the bishop tucked away, safety, protected, you know. Bishop c3 is also like pretty strange. You know, it's not, I guess you're controlling e1, but that's also not important because I think white could put the rooks on d1 and then control the d file, which they should. Okay, even rook b3 is but funnily enough b4. Such a wild game. Notably with b4, a3, a5, and then takes, and
Yeah.
now this is maybe, I don't know, closer to a draw-ish, sort of. I don't know. So, rook b3. Bishop d4. Again, the bishop is back to the d file. Rook d3, a very nice move. Maybe we'll see c5. c5. But then c3. Is that bishop trapped?
Yeah. Almost. I mean,
you gotta be kidding me, man. The bishop is trapped after c3. This is a crazy game. So talk to me. Okay, let's get specific, okay? Because I think we both know that this is like below 1,000. What are we thinking though? I mean, I know we're gonna have different guesses.
yeah. I'm thinking sub 500 at least. Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen better around the 200 ELO, but listen, it could be. I'm not. Do I want to guess the 100s? I don't know. I'm thinking
Oh
around.
man.
200-ish elo, low 200s.
1300.
There's
I
no
don't
way.
know.
If this is a 1300, I'm quitting chess forever.
You're telling
But
me.
like, there's no way. I'm thinking though. I don't know. This just seems like Black might get back rank checkmated. There's a big because something might be happening back there. But also, White's like winning, but not by a whole lot. Like Black has good pawn structure. White's pawn structure is completely chopped. So it still could go either way. When I think one side's winning, the other side proceeds to throw away their advantage, and then it becomes like kind of equalish.
You know, the funny thing about this position, I was like, C3 and the bishop traps, it can actually just go here.
Oh.
My brain blocked that
Oh,
out,
yeah,
by
yeah.
the way. I don't think that matters too much, but my brain just totally blocked that out. So actually, I don't even want to assume White saw anything, but maybe props for not playing C3, like fake trapping the bishop. I don't even know anymore. I feel like, so this could be like two chess players that have maybe just started the game, just learned how the pieces moved. And because of that, maybe they accidentally played the King's Gambit. I don't think it was on purpose. Like I said in the beginning, a lot of the moves seemed randomish. So I'm wondering if they accidentally stumbled upon the King's Gambit, or it could be a complete beginner who saw a King's Gambit video, remembered two moves, and then forgot everything else. So
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because like I saw a video of the
I don't
King's
know.
Gambit and tried to play it before and it didn't turn out the best. But
yeah,
I don't know.
it's a tricky opening. Okay,
Yeah.
so Rook D to D1. Yeah, I guess at this point, Rook D to D1, unprompted F5, nice. Okay, F5, Rook F to E1, nice. I actually like Rook to F to E1, offering a trade of rooks, and then if you don't trade rooks, then I think Black is probably in some more trouble here, especially because they committed F5 with the dark square bishop. I mean, not that that's a bad thing, you know. Pawns on the same color of the bishop you have, you know, aren't a good thing, but at the same time, it's rook versus bishop, so I don't know. Rook C8, not trading. You know, I actually like not trading, but at the same time now, like rook E7, and this is pretty bad.
Okay.
Wait, do they bring it back? No, they take it. Okay. Okay, so the funny thing here is that now Black has some odds because now they have this passed pawn. The promotion square is also a dark square, notably, but yes. So now we see rook E7.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. No way. Just
Ooh. Ooh.
yeah, this is wild. I think A5, right? Probably better defended than, you know, rook here and then maybe push her. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if White gets his rooks doubled on that file though,
it's over. Yeah. Yeah. But it's kind of funny how annoyingly placed the bishop on C3 is defending this
yeah,
pawn.
that's what I was thinking. Like White might take that pawn and just blunder the rook.
Wait.
Okay.
What are these moves? I keep thinking lower and lower elo just because there's a lot of like desperation moves I'm seeing, like pushing pawns because I think in chess, like people push pawns, especially when they don't know what they're doing. And in this case, Black seems to not know what they're doing. And maybe what Black needs to do is push their passed pawn, a very clear objective, or right, just pushing their passed pawn seems to make sense. But for some reason, Black is pushing these pawns. Okay, so rook D to D7, of course.
Yeah.
No way. Are we going to see a rook blunder? Bishop? No. So
Whoa.
in one
That was like a
move,
multi-purpose blunder.
they Sorry, we had some technical difficulties and I cut out there for a second. But like I was saying, in one move, they undefended this pawn while simultaneously blundering their bishop. Does White take it? Don't even take the pawn, man. This is nuts.
When you see a good move, always look for a check. That's what I always say.
Yeah,
Right?
it's so funny. Let's look for a worse one. Do they take the pawn? No.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
And now the bishop can't take it because they thought that through. They calculated that.
Yeah. Is Black gonna win this game somehow? Okay, so
Ooh.
wait. This immediately bumps the ELO up, but also down, simultaneously up and down at the same time. Here's my thought process. Rook h7. You're threatening a couple different things. Number one, you're threatening checkmate. This player might be thinking they're threatening winning the rook. Number two, you're also threatening to win the pawn. But also, I'm wondering if bishop c3 and then the rook goes here anyways.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay, thank God. Okay. So bishop c3. Probably best move in that position. King moves over. The desperation pawn push.
Pushing pawns. Listen, he still has hope. That's good. He has not resigned. He still has hope his pawn can reach the end.
But I'm like, why are we not pushing our passed pawn? Who cares, really? Okay, just the check. All right, I like it, sort of. Do they ever take black's f pawn? What do you think? Yes or no?
I think white is trapped with the idea that he needs continually checking the king. So I would like if he didn't take the h pawn with his rook. I don't know why he would take this one. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay, I like that thought.
Okay.
You're gotta be kidding me. You predicted it. No way.
No.
Dude.
Oh, okay. Wait, but he's avoiding the check on the g7 square, so he sees the bishop.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually such like a gigabrain thought, because a super low elo player, wait a minute, but that kind of bumps it up again, might just check here or here because they don't see the bishop. One of the things that I used to miss all the time when I first started playing chess was bishops, knights, but specifically bishops from like a mile away. Still do, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, this play is crazy.
Wait. I see the vision though. Like now he's
Yeah.
gonna start pushing his c pawn up the board.
Exactly. But the funny thing, I think the most hilarious thing is like they got to be so careful now of this diagonal. So like I'm thinking like if you're gonna move the bishop, the funniest place
don't
to
take
put
off
it,
that deck.
maybe like a1. I don't know. It's kind of hilarious, and then push your c pawn. But I don't know who really cares at this point. I'm just lost in the sauce. Bishop b4. Now they take the pawn. Oh my god, bro, this is wild. The funny thing is now white has rook h7 and then it's over, but
Okay.
this is nuts. Hey, rook h7, c3. Are they gonna promote? Check. Checkmate is now technically unavoidable by the bishop, but king g8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Wow. I don't understand what just transpired.
I don't think they do. So he wrote down his guess. I'm gonna write down my guess on the screen. So he's not gonna look at this just yet.
Not looking.
And on three, we're gonna say you're gonna say your guess. I'm gonna say mine. 3, 2, 1. 458.
260.
Whoa! Wait, were we equidistant? No way. What did you say? 260? You were closer.
260. 260.
You're closer.
Wait, was I 260? Oh.
Are you 10 elo Oh, dude, wait. I'm fourth. Wait, hold on. Wait, what's are we equidistant? Wait a minute. Am I doing the math wrong here? Wait. You said 260. White's real rating 349. 349 minus 260. You were 89 off? I said, wait, 349 minus 450. That's wrong. That's incorrect. 458. 109.
Hey. That was kind of close.
Dude, what do you mean kind, bro? Bro, oh my god.
Ooh. I'm surprised he's rated that high though, to be honest.
That high? 58, bro, come on. I was like 100 off. That's all the same at this level. Oh my god. Okay. Now for my punishment. This is Royal Parkour. It's a survival chess game where you jump around the board. As you can see, there's hazards on this screen that get rid of the board. If I hit this pawn, I die. If I hit a hazard, I die. And I'm going to be seeing how long I can survive. The thing is, I'm playing against Croissant, and for him, because he won Guest ELO, he can play on an easier difficulty than I am. And we're going to get right into it. Okay, we're going to get right into this. As you can see, I'm playing on expert. He's playing on hard. Are you ready?
I am the most ready.
3, 2, 1, begin. All right, here we go.
Boom.
How you doing? Have you lost yet?
No. No.
Well, I hope not.
I have a pro strategy. Oh, there's a pawn. Okay, wait.
Are you avoiding?
Did you die already? Oh my days, I'm locked in. Oh, okay. Oh, I just avoided a pretty cool obstacle. All right, listen, did you die already? Because, like, I'm actually doing pretty good here. Oh my days, I'm locked in. Okay, oh, I'm running out of squares to move to, though. Oh my days, I'm locked in. Here, boom. I just got, like, a purple potion bottle. Did you actually die already? This is not optimal. This is not optimal. Oh, okay, I almost died. Oh. I just moved to a red square. Okay, what score did you get? I got 46.
Got 9.
I earned 13 coins. You got what?
9.
Yo.
GG! Can you try the GG that I do? Go GG!
GG.
Epic. No, that's the only take you get. That's perfect.
Wait. All right, fine.
Wait, can you do like 5? Because I want to do bloopers.
GG. 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 GG.
I'm here with,
Pietro checkmate.
and today we're going to be guessing the ELO. Are you ready?
I am ready. Are you ready?
No, I'm not. Here we go. It starts with B3, A5. So this is a pretty 3000 ELO move. I'm just kidding.
I mean, isn't this like what Witty plays against B3? Is this a Witty alien game?
I have no idea, and there's no trickery here. And I should say there's going to be a little twist at the end of our video. You're going to have to stick along to find out. I don't know the ELO. I really don't. Now, I did say a 3000 ELO game. I know at some higher ELOs, this is a rapid game, there is some like A5 stuff, like Magnus. This is not a Magnus game, I don't think, but yeah, I'm actually unsure. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so far so good. Yeah, White is just kind of playing a modern opening, and Black is trying to exploit the hook on the side. So you know, it could be 400 or 2600 this far.
I agree with that. Okay, A4.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
A3. I don't know if A3 is really necessary here, just because also A3 from White, just because I don't think Black has a threat of ever playing A3. But also, see, I feel like White probably should have either taken the center with maybe like E4 or D4 if they're going to push the pawn, or maybe just develop a piece. So I'm very bad at guessing the ELO, but I also really kind of dislike A3 from White, also because I think if Black were to take, now the pawns get kind of awkward. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose often you want to take back with the C pawn anyway.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise you're just going to trade rooks right away, and then your fianchetto bishop looks a little bit stupid. But I would have to agree that I don't fully see the point of A3. Like maybe White was scared of some kind of A3 by Black, but then you can always just take, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So this like kind of pegs it down a bit for me. Okay, so knight f6. I like that Black didn't take the pawn, but also maybe they should have, but probably not. I guess there's no need to, right? Just
Probably,
develop.
yeah. Keeping the tension. Okay, keeping the tension already tells me over 1000, I would say.
And I'm actually even going to take that back, because now if White takes the pawn, obviously it's much worse for White. Granted, White could maybe play b4, but like that's so pointless. Now White plays knight f3, good, so some development. I really like that White just didn't snap take the knight to double the pawns for no reason. Obviously the bishop, it's pretty good. So we see g6. Okay, so now we're gonna get some maybe double fianchetto action.
Absolutely, let's go. This is looking like an interesting game this far.
Yeah. Now the question is, do they snap take the knight in because of that? No. Okay. Whoa.
I would say, yeah. Oh, okay,
Whew.
that's
C4. Oh my god, the pawn pushes in this game are absolutely wild and pretty unjustified. C4 bishop G7 pawn takes.
whoa.
Wow.
Whoa, okay,
Oh
okay.
my
No, you know
god.
what? Up until now, I was pretty confident that this could still be a pretty high level game. But yeah, C4, like what is that? Because you want to be able to recapture on B3 with a pawn, right? You want to have those two outside connected passers, but like yeah, this is so horrible. Like now the queen side is a complete target. Everything is a target.
So what C4 was they played C4 so black couldn't take this pawn because it's now protected by the queen, which is insane to do just because you could have just played knight c3, but that's what I think c4 was. But I digress. So I'm already thinking pretty low. Now we see castles, which is good. And the funny thing about this position is how incredibly like bad it is for white. Like they have these double pawns. They have a random pawn on c4.
For the price of a pawn, like black has targets for the rest of the game.
Yeah, literally, I would say that white has had a significant disadvantage already, which is kind of wild considering this is move 6, and I want to reiterate that this is move 6, and this is rapid. So we see d4, which is, I guess, pretty good. Like it's funny how black has not taken the center at all. Granted, they're playing a fianchetto setup, so maybe they think they don't have to. And
Now this is kind of an important moment because I think if black plays d5, it's going to change the evaluation of their rating by like 300 points.
Up or down?
Up.
Perfect. Yeah, I like d5 a lot.
Did they play that?
c5.
Oh no, okay. Oh, c5.
c5.
C5 I don't like. C5 I don't like because you're playing into white's strength. Like now after something like d5, the
Yes.
light square bishop is completely open, right? You want to blunt that bishop down. It's like it's literally the only asset that white has.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that so I'm already thinking this is pretty low. This is a very hope chessy move because I think the point of this is for white to take, which has double pawns, and then that's obviously a pawn sacrifice, but it's also then you pick the pawn right back up with queen a5. But this is like a super hope chessy move. But like you just said, like what I was thinking when I saw that is white just plays d5, and then this bishop is super good. Obviously, it's not really fianchetto anymore. The pawn's not here, but it's still really good, and then it's wide open. And e3.
I mean, yeah, unless this is a grandmaster game and we are absolutely getting outplayed in this evaluation, and like actually they're both geniuses. I don't fully trust this play. Yeah, and like after c5, I would say that d5 is kind of a must.
Yeah,
But at the same time, e3, like you know, you're preparing to castle, you're finishing development. Like I can't really be angry at that move.
it's not even like so e3. I don't even think is like a mistake. Really, I'm sure it's a chess.com would say it's an excellent move or whatever. An engine would say that.
Yeah.
Because like you just said, I mean, you're preparing a castle, you're preparing to get the bishop out. So, but I do think d5 is like, it probably made more sense. But even e3 is probably just as good as well, maybe not just as good, but it's pretty good too. So now we see knight e4, knight e4. So black should... I don't think black should be moving their pieces again. They should probably be thinking about developing. They still have so many things that are just doing nothing. I mean, sure, the rook is actually fascinating, kind of like one of their most active pieces right now, but not that it's threatening anything. But the knights need to come out, the bishop needs to come out, and a lot of other things needs to happen besides for, I think, moving the knight again for no reason. And then yeah,
I think that 94 is kind of it's a very like 1400 move. And like I'll explain that as in this is one of those moves that shows that you have kind of studied some openings and stuff, and you know that the knight often lands there. It wants to be on e4, and you want to open up the bishop, but you don't know how to judge when to do that and like what the priorities are. And for example, like to
Okay.
me, a move that seems quite good here since you played c5 is queen to a5, right? Like you're giving a check, and then you're going to win back the pawn and have some pressure on that side of the board. At least that's kind of my instinct. Or finishing development with knight to c6. Like often early on the rating ladder, players are scared after knight c6 that they're going to be hit by e5, but often that also gives access to the knight to other squares. So yeah, I don't know. This far, I'm feeling 1400. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's so funny because in my mind it's way less. Now we are like competitively guessing, but that this will make for a very good guess then. 94 move I don't like, but that's fair. 1400 thought. Okay. Bishop d3. And also I was gonna say, another reason I didn't like 94 is number one, the knight's unprotected, but it also this move was gonna be played regardless, but it also I think invited bishop d3 attacking the knight, and now what decision are we gonna make? Are we gonna retreat the knight? Like how are we handling this? Are we gonna maybe play like d5? D5
Yeah,
seems
d5, I think.
I don't even know. Like d5 seems so risky. No, queen a5 check. I kind of like queen a5 check. Here's the thing. Obviously now, if they do this, you can take with the knight. But yet
Yes.
again, oh, do I even really? This is such a risky move, though. But does it actually come with any risk? Is the real question. And the answer is, I don't think it does. Right?
I mean, after knight b to d2, you're probably fine as white, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Because the knight is still hanging, and if you take back with the other knight, or
Exactly.
even with the queen, like yeah.
yeah, and maybe trade queens. But I think if you take with the queens and the pawn falls, but yeah, I think taking back with the
Yeah.
knight, like you said first, was totally fine. Whoa, king e2 to boot. Okay, this is knocking it down so much for me. King e2, when there was, it just doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, knight b to d2 is so obvious. How long was king e2? 40 seconds. We can see the time used. 40 seconds to play king e2.
Yeah.
Wow, f5. Now, oof, granted, here's the thing about f5. The king is very vulnerable right now, but
f5 could be a brilliant move because like maybe black is thinking I am weakening the light squares to my king, but it doesn't really matter because after the light square bishop takes, there's going to be no light square bishop to attack the squares, and you're getting a tempo on the f3 knight that has to move. You're putting a pawn in the center and opening the rook, so this could be like one of the best moves I ever played in chess.
it's so funny because I completely disagree with that. Because okay, now here's the thing. F5, I think at this elo is absolutely brilliant. And the reason I think that is if I think that this is the elo that I think this is because of the exact reason that you just said. Takes is unbelievably great, especially because of how vulnerable this king is. But the thing about F5 is that also they don't need to take this knight ever. And the question is, do they take the knight? No, they pop it back to c2. What?
Okay, now I'm actually speechless. Like I actually have no clue what's going on anymore.
Why? That makes makes no sense.
I'm actually clueless. Yeah.
I'm like wondering, is White like super nervous right now? Like White could manually hand castle with just like rook e1 and then literally just putting their king there. But are they nervous about like a kingside pawn storm? Like maybe, but
I think that White made it clear that they don't want to castle because they had a very simple chance to do that. Like they just played knight b to d2 and they could have castled on the next move. But like maybe they just like their king in the center, you know. Hey, like some people love their king in the center and there's nothing wrong with it. But Yeah, like bishop to c2, I cannot fathom what what the idea can be.
My question is did they play that the king e2 because they did not? This is why this is such a hard thing to do with guys the elo is that did they play king e2? Maybe this makes it easier though. Did they play king e2 because they saw no other move, or this is very hard to say. But is it though? Okay. So bishop c2 wild, knight c6. Okay, I like what we're developing.
Oh God,
Maybe
wait. Bishop c2 defends the pawn, of course. It defends the a4 pawn.
That's so funny. My brain. See, this is hilarious. My brain was fixated. Great spot. Wow. Amazing. My brain was so fixated on playing knight c3 to defend the pawn, where you can't even really do that anymore after knight takes. Thank you. Wow, I can't believe we just missed that. Wow.
So man, actually, these might legitimately be players stronger than us.
It could be. No, that's the craziest thing. It could be. I've had very off games. Oh my god, this is nutty. But granted, the fact that there's even a pawn on a4, I don't even know. This is wild.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so we see knight b to d2. Okay. d5 from black. Ooh. Now we're getting a juicy position. Granted, I think d5 is still a blunder, right? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem good to me whatsoever from just takes.
Watch him play the craziest tactic now and like mate in 4 moves. Oh, wait, there was an idea. Okay, that's it.
But that's what I'm thinking. Like, are we literally pushing like this, and then are they gonna play c4? Wait. Oh!
What?
Woo!
What?
Oh my god, wait, of course they had to see that, please God. Okay, but no, that's such
Nah.
but this is beautiful because after knight takes it hits this. Wait, what is this game?
What?
Yes, and they had the consciousness there to take that knight, which I like that because now this knight is still hanging.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my-
where is that knight headed? Oh my goodness, this is mental. What? Yeah, but you can take now.
Oh, and then dude, this is my god.
Yeah, but there's nothing. Like you take the bishop, the king takes back. And,
yeah,
And what?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So there's got to be some. So what's the count that we're looking at right now? Okay, so let's see. There is so three on three. Obviously, black probably temporarily has the bishop pair. What's the pawn count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Obviously doubled, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 versus 7 and 2 doubled pawns. So white is gotta be clearly just cooking here, especially like white has.
But black just lost material. Yeah.
Yeah, and white has the entire center basic. I mean, not basically. Okay, bishop d7. I guess, like, what are you really going to do? Trade bishops? Probably not. Dude, look at this move. Rook e1 because they're worried about this. Because maybe knight here and then.
Yeah, you can't. You have to save the rook there.
So they saw that. Wow. Nice. Okay. Wow, so this changes things quite a bit.
Thinking about it in hindsight, that queen sacrifice, again, it's one of those moves that you see, and so like you have some tactical awareness, and probably they spent quite some time to consider it, but then they couldn't resist playing it. They were like, oh my god, that is so cool, I have to go for it.
Dude.
But they couldn't evaluate the fact that in the ending position, they're worse.
1 second.
So this tells me...
It took 1 second. They spent a second.
On which move exactly?
The knight sacrifice.
You mean the queen sacrifice?
Sorry, the queen sacrifice. Yes, literally 1 second.
Well, so it had been premeditated.
So
how much time did they spend on the like 2 moves before that?
1 second. So they must have thought about it on their opponent's time because their opponent has been using 20, 30 seconds. Now the time is basically equal right now. We're looking at 5 minutes to 5 minutes, but they spent a second. So that means they thought about it on their opponent's time, which is also a indicator of strength. But this is so confusing.
I am starting to think like 1600 here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rook after d8. I like that move. Pawn push. Sure.
Okay.
Takes.
Surely we take.
Yep. Takes. Yes. Also, the bishop's hanging. Knight b3 is absolutely
Makes
insane.
sense. Makes sense.
That is a crazy move to. But the bishop's hanging. Wait, no, it's not. Oh my god. Because the knight just moved defending it with the rook. But this move is still, I mean, okay. It's still kind of strange to me because if knight takes, bishop takes, and then
Yeah, no. If knight takes, yeah, go back.
Mhm.
After this, there is rook takes a4. No, instead of knight takes, rook takes a4, right?
sorry, yeah. Wait, instead of knight takes?
Remove. Yeah, it removes the guard on the knight, and then if you take the rook on a1 as black, yeah, no, if you do this, you lose the knight. So you lost 2 pieces for rook, right?
Wow, nice.
But
Yep.
if you go back, one move for each, rook takes a4, knight takes a1, and then here white can play the switch and zook, rook takes a8, rook takes a8,
Wow.
and then he picks up the knight in the corner.
Nice. Oh my. Okay. Nice. Damn. But this was played though.
Okay, right. So just bishop takes.
So that means that, okay, obviously I didn't see that. That means they didn't see that either, and they didn't think about that.
What's the time situation here?
We're looking at, you can actually see if you look on my screen, 440
Oh, I see.
to 305. So
Okay.
black has 440, white has 305.
So they're also playing pretty quickly to get to this position with almost half of their time. I mean, especially black.
Yeah, it's moved 24. Yeah, now I think black loses the pawn with black loses 2 pawns. And I mean, this is real bad. Actually, that's a really nice move.
Yeah,
Probably
that's
even-
GG.
Yeah, that's even better. Rook a to c8. Probably just taking the pawn and hitting the bishop. Yeah. Bishop d5. Oof. I mean, oof in a good way.
Okay.
That's a good place to put the bishop, I think. Rook b5, defending
rook
the
b5.
pawn. I don't see how.
Now you bring the other rook and you just slaughter black. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how black gets back in this. Okay, bishop c6. Yeah. Now, question for you, because I want to understand it stylistically, what you would do. Where are you putting this rook?
I think on a5 because it keeps an eye on the c pawn.
Got you. I like this a lot because I have a very different style than a lot of other people. I think I probably would put it on I think on b3 and switch it over, but granted on a5 is excellent too. It's probably even best move there. Okay, so rook e8, nice, occupying the open file. I mean, yeah, black is just kind of grasping at straws there. I actually like this knight move because then this isn't a thing. Granted, that's not really a threat.
Yeah,
but-
and every
well-
piece trade is in favor of white.
Exactly. But this is actually kind of a threat because then they would be threatening to pick up the pawn. Granted, this is a thing, and then knight takes is a thing. I'm not even saying that that's a good thing for black to do. But then again, it's like, what does black do? I'm not sure. Also, going back a couple moves, I'm actually now agreeing with your a5 over in favor of this because if bishop ever were to take, then
then the rook can take on d6.
exactly. If this rook was here, then this takes. So I'm actually disagreeing with my disagreeal. Okay, so boom. So we do see the check. But now, in my opinion, the check doesn't make really much. Wait, no, I don't think this check makes.
It doesn't do anything.
Kind of does though. I mean, if the wait, no, it doesn't. I take it back. I was like, the king's gonna be forced to go here, but it's not forced whatsoever. If the king goes here, then there's rook over rook b8, and
But wait, but it is because if you go king a2, there is bishop d5.
yeah, you know what's funny is I saw that in my brain and I didn't comment on it. And then
Oh,
it's bad. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I just didn't say anything. But
I
then
mean, this was pretty hard to see from afar though, so I don't think I'll take away any points from white for missing that.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and now I mean,
Yeah, you lose a piece here. Whoa, what?
you know,
What?
okay, this now we have a game on our hands, but like, here's the question. Okay, now these pawns are real scary. Yeah, we're gonna win a piece, but how's this gonna end? Rook takes.
I think, yeah, I would probably play rook takes because you end up in an endgame where you have either rook and bishop for rook, or if you want to trade everything. But I guess you can't force the trades now. Like the rook can just go away. But
Yeah,
if the
but
rook goes away, it's even better. You win the pawn. Yeah. So this is now even black playing for a win. But if you take the rook in the corner and then everything is traded, so king takes, and then rook takes, and bishop takes. This might actually still be pushable for a win for white, believe it or not. I think you're gonna walk the king to b2, 3, 4, and then boot the bishop out with the a pawn. Um, although I don't know, like it. I guess black has definitely a much better chance of defending this compared to before.
I think white is lost because I think the king might be fast enough, but maybe not. Let's just say this. Yeah, maybe not. I think with this, you can't even sacrifice. Then you just lose.
Yeah,
Huh. You know what? Very good thoughts from you. I gotta say, really, very, very cool stuff here. So let's see how this goes down. Rook e2 check, king e3, takes. Okay, I'm actually giving some really good odds to white here. Yeah, now I'm giving some significant odds to white here, especially because the rooks weren't traded, and a4 is just, how long
yeah.
to play this?
You just start marching the pawn. Yeah.
A second. Yeah, and the problem is if you put your bishop here, what are you going to do about these pawns? Like,
Yeah, nothing.
boom, marching.
But also, what are you gonna do with the a pawn? Yeah, the pawn just marches. That's why I think
Yeah.
black should have taken that rook off.
Very good thought. Yep. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, well, now king d3 is probably not even a bad move whatsoever. I'm wondering if king d3 is actually, granted these pawns are hanging, but you're not going to save the pawn. Like, no one is ever playing like rook g1 there, I don't think. Maybe king d3 is pretty good. Am I overanalyzing this move? Okay.
King b3, there might be bishop b5 and bishop a6, and you're stopping the pawn, holding the rook in place, and then you're gonna play. you're gonna play something like either king d7. Yeah, king d7, I suppose, and stop the pawns like that. White is still winning, but you're just trying to paralyze everything, I suppose.
Yeah. Wow, nice. I should say that white has 20 seconds on the clock and black has 2 minutes 50. Okay, so we see rook takes g2.
Yeah, it's kind of a natural move, but it doesn't do anything to address the a pawn marching.
You know what I think though is the good thing is that this is defended, and oh my god, but like this is a rough position. Like, yeah, if after these pushes you could plant the bishop on a8, but then there's also so many other things to worry about. Let's see how this is handled. Rook e1 check, king d5. Okay, targeting the pawn immediately. Notably, this cannot be played. This pawn looks dead.
Yeah, I don't like this move by white.
Ooh, this is nice. Do they take the pawn? Nah. See, I was thinking you can take this pawn if they push. So take the pawn, push, sack the bishop, takes, and my god, my brain processed the rooks on the D file on d1. I was like, I don't know
Yeah, but
why.
this might be a draw though. This might be a draw.
It very well could be. But let's see how this goes down. I don't know how my brain just processed that. Okay, so rook takes. Rook. God, this is rough. Let me rethink about that then, because then obviously this is way different.
Yeah, and then here probably rook takes h2, and
Yeah.
then you go back to the a file, and you start marching your black pawns. But white probably with best play still wins, but it might be a little bit tricky. You might have to show some endgame technique there. Whereas here black I think got greedy. They're like, oh, I have to pass pawns. Let me just take the h pawn away, and then I'm gonna march them. But white is so much faster. Like that a pawn is just going to run down.
Yeah, this is
Although I suppose a8 is defended, so
yeah, by the bishop. But I don't
yeah.
even know. I mean, but the thing is like maybe there's like after you push here, like maybe you can play like d7 for like a pawn sack and then promote. This is a very tricky endgame. Let's see how this is handled. Okay, d7, obviously that's not. I mean, this wait. What do you do about d7? D7 d8.
You have to take.
Yeah, right? You just literally take, right?
Yeah. And you're cooked.
You know,
No, actually, no.
I
No. White is cooked.
yeah, I don't actually know. God, this is I think it depends how this is handled, but yeah, I mean, but rook e2 and then like rook takes and then that's a draw.
No. You push the pawn first. The issue is that the black king is way too close to the pawn, and the white king cannot come to help. So you're going to bring the king, then bring the rook, and black is the only one that is going to remain with a pawn.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Very nice.
So I think white really messed up here. Basically, the key mistake was to remove the rook from a1, in my opinion, because the rook was
Yeah, a
behind
while
the
ago.
most powerful pawn. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be tough. King e6. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty nice move because now if the h pawn pushes,
Yeah, you pick with check. Okay.
and you're preventing this pawn to push.
But now you cannot stop black from winning the pawn.
Yeah, I mean, but how are we gonna stop it otherwise? Like maybe I don't even know, like rook f6 and check, but that doesn't really work.
I mean, I was thinking a7 here. You ignore the threat on the rook.
Nice, very nice, very nice.
But then, of course, on a7, there's rook a2, rook takes h7, and probably this is drawn, I suppose.
It's got to be a draw. Yeah, I mean, king's. I mean, you're gonna lose your pawn, and then this pawn's gone.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, and the funny thing is, after this, I mean, king here, and then probably still a draw, right? King's too close.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a good one. Rook g7, king b6, a7, rook a2, yeah, takes, rook a3 check.
Just take the pawn. What
Right?
is he
I
doing?
mean, yeah. Okay, I do. Wait. I've seen this across so many games, and I keep saying this. Like I say this over and over again, and I always see this mistake. And I used to make this mistake all the time. When your opponent, okay, white has 8 seconds, black has over 2 minutes. When your opponent is in time travel, like severe time trouble, people always play these really dumb moves to try to flag their opponent when they have a lot of time.
I see.
So it's like, just take the pawn, right? So check lets the king get a little more active. I don't think it's the end of the world. What are we playing? Rook h6? Yeah. But yeah,
I think it is though, because now white is going to be able to take the pawn off the board, and so it's more likely to be able to hold a draw even with just 8 seconds.
Yeah. And I'm even taking back what I said. Yeah.
Although, as long as black doesn't trade the rooks, he's always going to flag. Like that's the biggest issue, I think.
The funny thing is the check actually allowed this king to get just one tempi more active, which might be the difference of this game. especially dealing with opposition, and the king needs to get close to this pawn. Doesn't need to immediately just because this pawn is not really far advanced, but still. Okay, so rook g7, and then king there, and then like I said, maybe this is more of an issue now. Wait, how is this gonna? What is about to happen? King c5, king f6. Yeah. Keep the rooks and we're fine. Rook c7, rook takes, rook c6 check, king g5. Please tell me they don't trade rooks. White has 3 seconds.
No, please.
Rook
Okay,
c8.
okay. So black does try to flag. Good.
King h6. King d4. Great. Okay, just a bunch of
So
random
now
moves.
white is desperately trying to get the rooks off,
Please, God, don't
and
trade.
he's trying to keep them.
Okay. Okay. And they flagged their opponent. So I accidentally made the mistake of reviewing the ELO when Pietro wasn't looking. So I know the ELO. My guess was 1369. And what's your guess?
Mine was 1672.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead? I'm sharing my screen on Discord. Why don't you go ahead and look on Discord and at my stream?
Okay.
Just tell me when you're opening
I'm
it.
not ready. Okay, I'm on Discord now. What? What? That can't be.
So I popped it up on chess.com.
It can't be. Come on. 2350? Wow. So, okay.
Remember how I said, hold on, dude, remember how I said at the start of the video, like sometimes like high level players will play like the A5 against this stuff and push their pawn, and you were even noting how... So, because I was further off, I have to play a round of Sequence Storm on expert level difficulty, while Pietro has to guess medium. And whoever gets the furthest is the winner of this challenge. All this is basically Simon Says, there's a pattern, and then every turn there's another part of the pattern. Okay, so I think it started with queen, so it goes queen, and then queen knight. Since this is expert, it goes pretty fast, so we have queen knight, and we're gonna see how far I can get. Okay, queen knight rook. My PR is 1, so I'm definitely winning. Okay, I should stop yapping. Queen, knight, rook, queen? Queen, knight, rook, queen, queen. I'm very bad at this. Okay, queen, knight, queen, knight, rook, rook. Okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do the Sequence Storm on normal difficulty, normal mode, medium difficulty, as high as I can. Let's see if we can beat Tunish. Okay, ready. Bishop, let's go. Bishop, rook. Easy, easy. Bishop, rook, knight. Bishop, rook, knight. Let's go, let's go. We're flying. Bishop, rook, knight, king. Bishop, rook, knight, king. Fantastic. Rook, knight, king, bishop. Okay, bishop, rook, knight, king, bishop. Now the pieces start to repeat. It's going to be interesting. King, bishop, pawn. Okay, bishop, rook, knight, king, bishop, pawn. We're on 6. Bishop, rook, knight, bishop, king, bishop, pawn. Okay, ooh, I'm starting to get confused. Okay, I need to lock in. Okay, we got this. Here, here, here. Here, here, here. Here, here. Whew. Rook, knight, king, bishop, pawn, knight, bishop, rook, rook. Okay. Ten. Let's go. We're flying. We're flying. We're cooking. King, bishop, pawn, bishop, rook, rook, Knight. Whew, okay. Ooh, we got a queen. Here, 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 here. Here, here, here. Here, here, here. Here, here. Woohoo! 12, let's go. We're flying. Okay, oh my god. Oh my god, I cannot believe I got that. I'm starting to forget the beginning. Okay. Ooh, what's the new one? Was it the pawn? Or was it the knight? I think it was... Oh, this is 50-50. I'm not sure. I am really not sure. I completely forgot what was the last piece that was added. Ah, damn it. 13. Okay. This is fun. I like this game. And I earned 26 coins. Let's absolutely go. Okay, I'll take 13. I'll take 13 as a first run. Nice.
I'm here with,
Apex Chess.
and today we're doing Guess the ELO with a twist, but you'll have to stick around to the end to figure out what our twist is. Now, let's get started. It starts with E4, a very strange move, E5, knight C3, knight C6. Okay, a little bit of copycat, nothing strange so far. Bishop C4. Okay, I was about to say we're going to see some fried locks, but I forgot the knight was not on F3, so I guess not. Okay, knight F6. I would say standard. Do you have any thoughts or anything?
I see a very, very boring position.
Yes. And you know, I don't actually think that's such a bad thing. I would maybe
No.
even say that these are like, I'm already getting higher than like 1,000 vibes just because nothing crazy is happening. And I think that's a good thing.
I agree because with 1000 ELO, you would have seen like, I don't know, B3 or like some A4, some nonsense like knight H3 already.
Like a random pawn push or another piece. Exactly. 100% agree. Yes, exactly. That's my thoughts. And I think we actually think about positions in a bit of a similar way. So this will be interesting. One thing I forgot to ask, are you E4 or D4?
I'm E4.
Got it. Okay, I'm D4. So D3, bishop C5, F4. Okay, well there's the pawn push. And F4 is also okay. My question is there some strange idea behind F4, or is F4 just like a straight up mistake?
No,
Are they going for a sack? Like, what do you think?
You know what this is very similar to?
Yep.
A Vienna. And I play the Vienna.
Ah, good. I'm glad you're here then. So accepting this pawn. Well, okay. Obviously, my brain is not accustomed to this position. If you take, it's not even a sack because the bishop takes, and you know that's great. So now I'm like thinking, so F4 must be a common idea, and it's like if they take, they're
Almost
in trouble.
in the Vienna, you almost always play F4. So I'm assuming
Okay.
that white is a Vienna player here. I mean, obviously, but yeah, I mean, this is very I don't know,
Standard,
very-
like
very common
boring, like
position. Like F4, and then
not boring.
the thing that's gonna tell me a lot is if white knows to play knight A4, because
Okay.
knight A4 is very, very important. Because if you don't, then the bishop is way too strong on that diagonal.
Really? Okay, understood. I would have never known that. Okay, let's see how this goes. D6 seemingly very standard, aiming to probably develop this light square bishop. Where do you know from Black's POV? Where does this go? Does it ever? Are they ever like going for bishop E6, like asking for double pawns, or?
Yeah, sometimes, and
Okay.
then they'll play for like D5, I think.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. F5. Ooh, F5. Is this ever a standard approach? Or are you keeping your pawn on f4? Because obviously, if takes, then bishop takes. So are you just like planting the pawn on f4 or?
I don't really like f5, but that's just kind of my play style. I don't think f5 is really, at least it's played too early, in my opinion, right now, because you would really just want to play like knight f3 in that position, in my opinion, and then try to castle and let them kind of decide and leave the tension. Because if they ever take, you just take back. And then there are some lines where it's like if they try to jump in and fork you, like with knight g4, there's a lot of like trappy lines there.
Then that already makes me think, okay, is this like maybe lower than I thought? But obviously it's move 6, so we can't come to conclusions yet. But then g6 seemingly out of nowhere. In my opinion, I probably wouldn't have done that. I might have just played like bishop d7 or something, maybe even like queen e7 after, and like left the option of castling or long castling. I don't know. G6 seems like kind of random though, and it also like allows bishop g5. What do we think about g6?
I think it's too weakening.
Yeah, me too. I mean that seems like a big red flag in my mind, and also with a move like g6, it seems strange because it's like, why are we playing g6? It makes no sense to me.
You know what it is? And this is something that a lot of like lower rated players will, get their head into. I'm gonna play this. They're gonna take, and then I'm gonna take back. So what I see with g6 is they calculated like g6, fg, and then hg, and I have an open rook file.
That yeah, I mean, I guess that seemingly makes sense. I mean, yeah,
that's the only way that I can really even think, because like, why would you play g6 otherwise? They're technically threatening to win a pawn, right? If you take on f5,
yeah,
right, ef, and then bishop takes. So
I mean, is this ignored? I don't even know. This is so strange. Bishop g5. Okay. And like you said, they could just win a pawn here. Like black. I mean, this is so sketchy. This is so sketchy.
But you can't, because then there's knight d5.
Yeah. So takes, and then what is that? Knight d5.
Knight d5.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you protect the bishop or the knight?
Yeah, you can't. I mean, so h6 in that case is probably a nice move. Kick the bishop away, just because now they can't just play knight d5 immediately.
Yeah.
Wait.
No. Yeah. Probably bishop takes and then queen takes and then knight d5 anyways.
That is exactly what happened. So.
Oh, okay. Well.
Okay, maybe it's just 2000. Doubt it. Okay, let's see. I might.
This is not 2000.
I don't think so either. Queen d8. FG. This is looking rough, like really, really rough in my opinion for black. After they take, it's like their king is like, they got to do something to protect themselves. Like their king is so open right now.
They're 3 moves away from like long castling too, and like you're not gonna short castle here.
Exactly. Oh, man, let's see how this goes down. Knight f3. Okay, bishop e6. I think I like that move a lot. But maybe wow, is there ever just like knight takes c7 here and then takes and then this?
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Right?
Because you just walked yourself into a pin.
Oh my god, dude, it happened. I wasn't looking, I swear. Okay. Yeah, so wow. Finding that is very that's kind of telling too, right?
That's pretty good tactical. But this position shouldn't be like even there on move 12.
100. I agree with that. Also, 40 seconds used to find that, so that means they didn't spot it immediately before. Okay, got that. So queen takes e7, bishop takes e6, and obviously black is objectively in trouble. The one thing to mention though is white's king is obviously a little bit safer, but obviously this bishop is here and maybe annoying to it's not even annoying, it's impossible for them to castle short. So maybe white wants to castle short too. I don't know.
And that kind of goes back to like what I was saying about knowing to play knight a4 there.
Aha. Wow. Okay. Got it. What do you think about queen e7? I think this is it's
very intuitive.
Yeah, I would say this is wise. So black wants to long castle here. Queen e7, then maybe kick the bishop away. But the problem is if the bishop goes back, you're not castling. Okay. Bishop d5. I'm like thinking maybe if the bishop stays along this diagonal, you're not castling, and it's long castling because obviously the bishop's controlling c8, but maybe bishop d5 is just fine as well.
They were probably worried about going back on that diagonal because the pawns are gonna start going down the board or something.
Yeah,
like
that's a
H5.
very fair point. Yeah. Okay, so maybe bishop d5 is even totally good. Maybe in my mind, I'm putting the bishop somewhere else, but that's
an
not here nor
outpost.
there. Yeah, right. So bishop d5, knight b4. Wow, attacking the bishop. You know, I actually kind of like knight b4 because I think they're trying to like desperately long castle here, and they're like, let's get the bishop out of here. So
Yeah, no,
I don't
definitely.
know. What do you think?
It's too strong of a bishop.
Yeah, it's a super
in my
annoying
opinion.
bishop.
So if you could trade it off, especially if white allows you to take and then they have to take with the e pawn there, I mean they're getting doubled pawns.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very logical move. And if this was at a lower elo, we might even see like bishop takes b7, forgetting about the queen.
Yes,
But
100%. Like this and then this, right? Okay, so we see
I'm
bishop
already
d3.
like, I think this is a decent elo.
Really? Okay. I see in my brain, I'm like, that's wait, okay, let me ask you, what is a decent ELO in your brain? Like, what are you thinking?
Above 1500.
Got it. In my brain, I'm like, I'm so bad at guessing, but in my brain, I'm already like maybe 12, 1300. But then it's like, because the opening, like the first couple moves were very normal and very solid.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
it
they
just
just played
went to
Vienna.
like, I don't even know, like chaos and oblivion very quickly. Like even this position is nutty. So I'm thinking like
I guess.
1200.
Yeah, I can. The f5 kind of tells me like playing f5 as like a Vienna player, and also not playing knight a4 there tells me so much. But also, they played knight takes c7,
Right,
and
the
they
tactic.
thought about it.
And they saw, I mean, they thought about it and they saw instead of moving immediately and playing a random move.
Exactly. Time, using your time like tells a lot too.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Let's move on. Let's see. So long castles, fair. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I agree
I'd
with
probably
long
do the
castles,
same.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not ideal, but it's what are you gonna do?
Long castles and king b8, and I mean, it's as safe as your king's gonna get.
Yeah, and then long castles, king b8, and then maybe start occupying the f file and go from there. So let's see, queen e2, and now okay, so white's aiming to long castle. Obviously, white's a lot more solid if they do long castle. The one thing to note, I think, is after like king, if white long castles, king b8, and then maybe start attacking on the c file. So, and you know. But then again, also this bishop is kind of annoyingly placed and it's defending these pawns. So maybe there's no attack
Yeah.
on the c file. So who cares? So let's see. Rook h to f8. So occupying the f file. I feel like this is I know this is such a simple move, but I feel like it's a higher elo thought. Like,
You're improving your piece and you're putting it on the open file, which not everybody knows, but like people at higher levels know, like, okay, if I don't have, this really obvious move, I can just improve my rook and put it on an open file.
yeah, so now you're very persuasive because now I'm thinking, and I'm thinking closer to you. I'm like, okay, is this like 1500? How long was this used? 4.6 seconds. See, like I would have immediately played like rook h to f8, just like occupying an open file.
Yeah.
Not saying it's the best move, but I know it's not like a terrible move. Okay.
No, it's not a bad move at all. It makes total sense.
Yeah. So we see long castles and yeah. Okay. So long castles, queen d7. Okay. Queen d7. This is such a ballsy move. I would never play queen d7 for a couple reasons. First of all, this is not a threat. Like bishop e6 is never a threat right now, but it just feels a very strange move. I'm wondering.
But wait, what if they're
Yep.
trying to play like a5, a4, and then
Move the
like
queen,
b5?
right? Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I'm wondering if they played queen d7. I might have dismissed this too quickly. Queen d7 to maybe eventually bring their queen, or maybe even next, to bring their queen to b5, and like you said, a5, a4, and then
Yeah.
that's a real problem. So, okay, how long was used to play this? 6 seconds. Okay. d4.
That's a scary move, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I like that from
I
white
love
a
that move
lot,
from white
right? I'm liking
because
that
you want to
move.
open up your rook.
Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. So ED, yes, of course. And now Now the d6 pawn's a target. Granted that
The question is, you take with the bishop here.
see, I was thinking about that too, and then I'm like, me personally, I would take with the pawn, but then again, just knight.
No, I mean like you take the knight here.
Oh, you're okay. So, oof. Well, how sketchy is this knight? Now, this bishop, I think, could be a big asset, but okay, the knight, it's kind of strange, but so the knight's outpost is on d5, but how does it even get to d5 right now? I feel like the knight is not actually a threat, and our bishop, I think, has the potential to be pretty strong. Stylistically, are you taking or are you not taking?
I wouldn't take, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I would either, just because also, like, first of all, taking and then rook takes, and then literally the other rook is coming, and then this is a huge target, and then e5 is coming. So also the funny thing is, if you take now your knight, you have to also waste a tempi move your knight. Granted, you could maybe put it on like c6, attack the rook, but I don't know. Then I feel like white has more chances here than they did if they just didn't take. Okay, wait. So they take. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good move because you're allowing your opponent to just take a hold of the file, and you have to realize that d6 is like the biggest weakness in the black position.
Yeah, it's super soft. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Okay, so knight c6. They don't hang their knight, which is excellent. Oh, what a move! Oh, I love that move. Bishop a4. Just fitting and that is
That's brutal.
what a crafty move. 30 seconds used for that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Look at this next move.
Wait.
King b8.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can you take the rook though? You can take the rook.
Oh no, you can't. No, you can't, bro.
No, you can't. It's check.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. Good thought. Yeah, that would have been okay. But wait a minute. Were they thinking that their opponent was thinking they could do that and then they would just blunder their queen? I don't know.
Maybe. It's hard to say.
It is hard to say. This is why this is it's difficult. King b8, and this is a move that you typically play like when you long castle as you move your king over. And in fact, I actually like king b8 quite a bit.
I think king b8 makes a lot of sense because now you are threatening knight takes on d4.
Exactly. And that's the funny thing too, is did they see that? Now, let's see.
Yeah, that says a lot in itself too.
Bishop takes. Okay, so even this move says a lot too. Just taking. I think I agree with taking. So they want to take, and now they're forcing black again to make a decision, and then I think the white player is going to again occupy this file.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with taking.
You have to be very careful too. Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna double, but
Me
you'd
too.
have to be very careful because if they played rook d1 and then you played something like rook d7 trying to play rook d8,
rook d1.
yeah, and then rook d7, like trying to just protect everything and bring the other rook to d8. At some moment, they might be able to play like e5.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's probably unclear. Obviously, you can't take or you lose the game, and then pushing is like maybe just a disaster too. But I mean, this pawn is obviously way closer than promoting. This pawn is barricaded from even pushing. So yeah, it's a complicated position where I get odds to probably black. Now we see this move, rook c4. I really dislike this move because this move, like, I feel like this move does absolutely nothing. Maybe they're preemptively like worried about like rook c8, which isn't even a threat because this pawn is protected. But this just speaks like volumes to like a misunderstanding of this position. I think I could be wrong. I just feel like rook d1 is just so natural and so obvious here.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know this.
I agree
also,
100%.
I'm wondering if like now you could maybe like pin
No.
the rook.
No, because then you could play rook a6, but if you play rook b5, there's check.
Wait, rook queen b5.
Rook check.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, was queen ace? Wait, hold on. Okay, queen b6 was played. A good spot, by the way. That would have been sketchy. Okay, so queen b6. Queen d3. Yeah, Okay, so this middle game position, obviously it's a heavy piece middle game. I feel like it's being handled incorrectly. What I'm thinking is like if it was a higher elo, it would have been just like very obvious, like attack the weakness.
Yeah.
Just because also the weakness is just so it's just so blatantly there and like seemingly obvious. Anyways, so we see a6.
What?
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. I feel like this middle game is being
Oh.
mishandled like a
I mean,
lot.
what I was looking at there was rook f2.
Me too. Genuinely, that's so funny. I've been eyeing rook f2 for the past like minute and a half.
Yeah, because like you're infiltrating. You get rooks. Like we all know, rooks on the 2nd rank or 7th rank.
we don't all
in
know
the
that.
endgame. Well, yeah,
Hey,
clearly. But
if we all knew that, that would have been played. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Also, because rook f2 is such a good move, it's an immediate. You're immediately threatening g2, and it's just like then rook on 7. 7 is 2, whatever. Yes, I feel like this is being mishandled, but let's just see what happens. Rook d1. Okay, so rook d1 now, and obviously they could shift the rook over, and then e5, and then it's very tricky for black. Now we see rook f2 though.
okay.
Okay,
like
12
it.
seconds. So
I don't like a6 though. That
Me too.
move. How long did they spend on that?
let's see. A6 took 21.1 seconds. I feel like this is like a mid-ish elo. Not like, I don't mean like the players are mid. I'm saying like a mid-level. I just I'm thinking below
Yeah.
like 1500. I hope I'm not wrong there. Yeah. So
It's hard to say because like that is such a like I don't know what to do move.
exactly, and I feel like there was especially with like heavy piece middle games, or end games, whatever. As end game, right? You have like very clear objectives, and I think in this position there are very clear objectives that are just not being followed. Like double our rooks. Maybe go to 7, whatever. Target weaknesses, and I feel like that's not being done. But let's see how this progresses. Queen g3. Ooh, I like that move. Queen g3, very resourceful. Maybe there was something better that could have been played, but like, then again, what do you play? Like, I guess you could put your rook here, maybe, but okay. Let me ask you, what are you playing in this position as white?
It's kind of hard. I mean, the question is, do I want to sacrifice my pawns and then just go after the weakness?
Yeah, that's okay.
But I don't
Yep.
think you can, because if you play rook d4, rook g2, and then you trade the pawn and a bunch of pieces,
Right.
I think black is going to come out on top.
You know what? So you just gave me an idea. Like, what if they had just played e5? No, e5 seems terrible. E5, I think there's d5, and then yeah,
Wow.
never mind.
Is that so bad though?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not like thrilled on this idea. Maybe you do this happened, and then
Well,
don't know.
maybe. What if instead of rook d4, we went like rook g4?
rook g4.
Yeah, like after e5, d5.
Wait, as white?
rook d4. Yeah. Like
Oh, after.
e5.
Yeah. Takes? No, push. Yeah, push.
Yeah, we played d5.
Rook g4.
there.
Yeah, nice. Defending and attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like this is not being handled correctly. Now, I don't actually mind queen g3 at all, just because, queen g3, that was what was played. Not blundering the queen. Queen g3 to attack the rook, defend the pawn, and attack this. So like this is like a triple purpose move. But does black now kind of get active, or are they going to play rook f6? Let's see what happens. My God, my brain did not see the sniper queen defending the rook. I thought it was hanging. Okay.
Oh, you thought that the rook was hanging?
I thought it was hanging in my brain. That's hilarious. Okay. So maybe that even changes my opinion about. That's why I was saying, the rook's hanging. Maybe that even changes my opinion now about queen g3. But I don't know. All right, g5 is probably g5 I actually like in that case. I don't know how my brain was like, okay, the rook's hanging. g5 is very good to play there. Okay, so g5. Yeah. Rook d4. Yeah, like I said, I think this just gets very tricky, like very, very tricky for for black to play. I think white is an easy play, but black is kind of like
Well,
black is kind of
actually,
chokeholded. Yep.
you have to play rook f6 here.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think
But
this is
then but
coming.
then e5, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then it's looking really bad. Like I actually don't really see how you get out of this. Like you can take. If you take, obviously they take, and then even this
Yeah.
is a thing after that, and this is disastrous.
Yeah,
But-
you can't.
Even like sidestepping is is over. It's a take probably.
But now you're just losing the pawn.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good.
And now you're down 2 pawns, and yeah, it's
It's looking bad. Rook f4. That was wow.
that's a good move.
That's a great move. Oh my god,
my
I
gosh.
love that move. That move is excellent. Stopping the pawn from pushing, and then obviously if it does,
You're blocking the pin.
you just win. But queens, right? Great pin. This is an excellent pin. Realizing that if they play rook f6, then obviously e5. Wow, what a
Yeah.
good move. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we see queen d3. I like this move a lot.
Yeah, I mean they're just going after the pawn. You at this point, black is going to lose their pawn.
Yeah, they can't defend it. Like I said, like we said, like amazing. Like we said before, rook f6 and it's over.
Yeah.
And why would they even play that here? It's they have the pin, but then maybe g3 could be coming, and this could be a problem. King c7. So king c7, we're trying to over defend our pawn, or trying to defend our pawn, not over defending. It's being attacked 3 times.
The king coming out like that is like, I don't know.
It does feel a little weak, but then I'm also thinking, does white even have a way to utilize this? I don't really know, because if they move somewhere off the file, then they're gonna have to go back anyway. So, but yeah, maybe king c7 was like unnecessary. So, okay.
Yeah.
E5. Yeah. Okay. How are we handling this position here? As black. Wait.
Well, you
Okay,
can't take.
Can't take. Obviously can't take. You could take the rook, but then there's intermezzo. Intermezzo actually loses. If you
Yeah,
take the
because
rook.
rook takes, I think,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just feel like black is kind of in a lot of trouble here, which is probably why they submitted the game. I'm assuming black has some crazy comeback here.
Let's not forget that there's always like queen h7 check if needed too. But then I guess like rook
Queen
d7.
h7. Oh, yeah. Good thought. Yeah, queen h7 and then rook d7.
But also like if you needed to get out of any kind of like pins.
Ah, okay. I see what
is
you're
I was
saying.
thinking.
So we do see rook takes d4. I feel like that was necessary, but yeah, rook takes, queen takes, and we see a queen trade.
I don't like that. I don't like that black traded there.
Yeah, but did they have any better moves? I'm assuming they definitely did. I mean,
Well, you have to actually.
yeah, like where else are they gonna put their queen?
Yeah,
Because
you can't. Yeah, no, because then there's just pawn takes on the next move.
exactly. And this is again disastrous. Obviously white wants to trade queens there. I mean, they're up a pawn, and
Yeah, they want to get everything off the board.
exactly. But the question is, do they even know how to convert this? Wait, what just happened?
They
take?
just lose their pawn.
Okay. Let me go back a second then. Maybe black takes. Yeah. So was e5 a mistake then? We can't see. We don't have stockfish on this. Was e5 a mistake?
I think it might have been played too early.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been a mistake then. Because I didn't even catch this. Like now, okay. This is a little bit trickier. White could probably draw this. I'm not even thinking about Stockfish's evaluation or analysis on this position, because Stockfish is like 1,000,000 times better at playing a rook M game than I am.
Yeah, I'm terrible at rook end games.
They're very difficult, especially something like this. I feel like both sides have practical chances, maybe, like even with like
100%.
rook e4 or something. I don't know. Stockfish could be like, oh, black's totally winning, and I'm sure they probably are, but yeah, I mean, keep in mind there's a 3-on-2 versus this pass pawn, so now the pawns are equal, so it's a little bit different. Okay, so we see rook takes d8. What do you think about king takes or rook takes rook? Would you have traded there, or would you have played like Rook E4 or something?
Well, I don't really entirely know because we have to evaluate the position before and after. Like after rook takes, king takes rook, we have to kind of do a little bit of calculation here and
Mhm.
see what king is going to be where, and because there's a 3-on-2, but black has a passed pawn,
So
and it
Yep.
could be a weakness.
I'm actually like looking at this position again, and then I'm like, is white just winning here? Because literally just
It feels like he's and they're kind of like stuck there, and
Yeah.
then you have the 3-on-2.
yeah, and if the king ever leaves this pawn, I mean,
Exactly. It's kind of a weakness. Like it's a pass pawn, and in pass pawns and endgames are really good.
oh my god.
However, this one seems to be too weak.
Yeah, no, I agree because another detail is black has way less waiting moves. I mean, their pawns are
Yeah.
way more advanced than these are.
Well,
Like-
also white can always just play G4 and control both pawns.
Yes, exactly. With the deep freeze with the G4.
Yep.
Let's I mean like H5 and then
H5. I mean, then
Maybe
you just play like
B4?
A. I would play probably A4 here.
it's probably perfect too. I mean A4 and then what do you with B6 and then start advancing your pawn. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
black's got to be maybe lost here. Black is like probably in some trouble.
Black is definitely lost in that position because the 3-on-2 is going to simplify into a 1, and then the king has to go there, and then the white king just goes and wins the other pawns. So like you can't just automatically trade rooks into a king and pawn, and you have to calculate. And if white actually kind of thought a little bit farther ahead, I think he would have realized, oh, I can't trade the rooks here.
And white took 4 seconds to take, and they had 6
Exactly.
minutes on the clock, and they didn't even think about it. And they're probably trying to flag their opponent, who now has 1 minute 55 seconds. Okay, let's see how this endgame goes. King takes, king d2, king c. King c7 is actually totally fine. But where do they want to get their king? I mean, obviously, king e7, and I probably this is rough. I mean, if you're playing as a black, you're probably trying to like cheese a win here. You're probably trying to cheese a win. Granted, king c7, and then you could play king d6, which is maybe arguably even a little more it actually probably is more versatile to have your king on d6 here if like white's king is here.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're allowing the white king into f5.
Okay, my brain actually just cooked itself. Black has 6 minutes. Oh my god. White has 1 minute 55. So white is in time pressure. But the time used per move was accurate. King e7, and then king d3, king d6. Yeah, I still feel like black is just losing here,
Yeah, no, black is 100% losing.
King e4, just like cementing the pawn.
And
No
now
more.
king e6.
And now king e6. So it's also like as black again, you're trying to like cheese a win. And like you said, it's actually kind of funny because this means that black is not calculated this position, especially if they're playing king e6, because they could have actually, if they wanted to put their king on e6, why did they go over here? Right? King e7.
Yeah,
and
100%.
I feel like that speaks volumes. So king e6. Again, if you're playing as black, you cheese a win, right? You do something. I don't know, but king e6 is not it. C4, yeah, okay. H5, like yeah. What is black gonna do? I mean, what maybe black could? I don't even know at this point. Maybe they just start alternating between king d6 and king e6. I mean, and
maybe
praying.
maybe a5 there.
Aha, a5.
Because after c4, you kind of have to play like a5, I think. Because now it stops them from playing b4.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe this is a3 b4 is coming, but I think
Yeah, but a3 you play a4.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this feels like a lower melon conversion. Granted, my brain was fixed on the idea of planting the king on e6, but like I said, I kind of changed my thought process on d6, being more versatile. So I'm not too sure. King e6.
I don't know. I still feel like if you allow the king on f5, you're just gonna lose.
Really? So
Well, just like if you don't play king e6 here, what else are you gonna play?
so yeah, no, exactly. I mean, but maybe like you said, maybe a5. And you know what though?
Yeah, but now
a5,
king f1.
king f5. White is
Oh, you
lost.
push the
Yeah.
pawn
No, no.
at some moment
Yeah,
if they ever.
white is dead
Oh,
lost here. Push.
yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't even consider that.
That's actually what I was I should have clarified. That's what I meant by the king's a little more versatile on d6 than it is on e6, because I always do this. Like if I'm in blitz, I always like will try to bait my opponent into walking down the board, especially with a passed pawn, because
Yeah,
then it's
no,
over.
no, 100%.
I don't know. This is what I'm saying. I feel like the endgame conversion is a little low melon, but who knows? King e6. This just feels like a bad move. I'm actually combining your thought process with mine. I really like a5. I really like a5, and then I don't know. Then we just kind of wait. But yeah, so king e6 fine, c4, h5, and the problem I think with h5 is that now your pawn, like, again, what are you really gonna do? Like,
I think h5 is a good move because if you don't play h5 on the next move, white plays g4.
yeah, yeah, like you said, g4. See, in my mind, I'm like, okay, let them play g4. Let's say like this, g4, and then I'm just praying here. Yeah, moving back and
Yeah,
forth, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
the problem is they're gonna play like b4 and just make a pass pawn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It just doesn't work. B4 or even c5. I don't know, something, but yeah. So h5. Nice thought process from you. So they can't play g4. A4. Yeah, pushing the pawns. I'm wondering.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that tells you a lot because in king and pawn endgames, you want to save your waiting moves.
Exactly. And white had way more waiting moves. I think white is just pushing all their pawns as fast as they can, which I think on a 3-on-2 isn't necessarily that bad of a thing. But yeah,
No,
yeah, go on.
but after a4 and then a5, you cannot play b4.
Dude, my brain blocked out you know what's so funny is my brain blocked out I keep blocking out these pawn pushes. What I was gonna say, and I just never did, is I would have, if I was pushing a pawn, I would have played b4.
100%, yeah.
Right. But okay, yeah. I mean, this could go either way. So a4, h4. Yeah. I mean, this is just so tough for black, but also, could they have they again? They could have just played a5. Granted, you saw that, and like I didn't. So I think this is hard to see. I think a5, and then I'm wondering if this is a draw or winning. I'm not even sure
no.
anymore. Yep.
But a5, king d6, like.
Oh wait. What's white playing?
Well, just like I don't know. What would you play as white here?
Okay, that's a good question. Am I ever
Because
playing
by
like
playing
c5?
a5, you stopped b4.
Look at c5. C5's kind of a pain in the ass.
I think c5 you have to play.
Yeah.
c5 seems like the only move because if you don't play c5, it allows the king to d6, and then we go back to your idea of we don't care if the king goes to f5.
Yeah. I think actually, I think white's losing here, right? Because they played. Now how many waiting moves did they even have? They have one, and then like, not many. I mean, yeah, they could do this and like that. I think white's losing. Well, it was actually
I don't know if
calculatable.
white's losing.
Let's see. So, what does black play? Black's kind of
They're running out of moves.
Yeah, but are
Because
they?
if you
King
play-
f6.
But the problem is you always can play e4 e3. Like
Yeah.
it might be a draw.
Well, we have to look after. No, it's definitely going to be a draw. We have no idea, right? So
No.
h4, h3, king d6. Yeah. See, the funny thing about this exact position is king f5 is a problem now because like king c5 and this is a huge issue. So it's way different because the pawns have been pushed. A5.
Yeah.
Now black can't play b7, and now black's like out of moves. Black moves their king, and then
You just
what's
push you just play b3 here.
b3?
Yeah.
Let's see where this goes. What does white play here?
Maybe king f5,
Yeah, king f5, and then I guess
and
it's
then the
lights
king
out.
has
Right?
to move,
Yeah,
and you
you're
win
right.
the pawn.
Okay, let's see. King e5. Oh, yeah. I mean, wait, wait. Okay.
Now it's a race.
Yeah, it is. Okay, king f5. We're both going to each other's pawns. Let's see. Okay, good.
I mean, white is just quicker.
Way quicker. Yeah. I mean, this should just be easy peasy. Yeah. I mean, what?
Oh, you hung the pawn.
Oh,
No.
wait.
Oh, stalemate trap. Oh, the queen's
Nice,
back.
nice, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm assuming this just ends in like a checkmate, but you could just probably go rapid here. It's funny because white has
Yeah,
50 seconds.
Well, let's look at how he. Oh, he
Okay,
knows the opposite.
sure.
The knight opposition.
Beautiful. Okay, wait. I actually so specific. I love queen g3 here.
Yeah, because it's the
I
it's the
love
position.
this
That's how I
move. I
checkmate
love
with
queen
queen.
g3. Queen g3 right, knight opposition, exactly. Cutting off the king. Like,
Yep,
yeah,
that says a lot.
it does say a lot. Even like the specifics are wait.
And
Now I'm
queen f3.
wondering, do they ever like just play like a ridiculous queen d6 here, or they bring the king?
No,
Queen f3.
I don't think
Nice.
so. They're gonna keep the ELO opposition.
Nice. Then I have position. English is hard.
This
Okay.
is over 1500.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, check out Apex's channel for coaching lessons.
I don't like f5, and also I don't like they didn't, because in this position, like, you don't play f5.
How much of that does that bring down the elo? Obviously, I don't play e4.
I don't know, because the thing is, I remember not knowing this stuff either
See, but the thing
when
is,
I was like 15, 1600.
if I played e4 though, and then I played f5, if I stumbled into this, or sorry, I probably would never play f5 because it just doesn't seem to make sense. I don't know if I said that. If I didn't say
No.
that, I don't know. But
You have a clamp on the position and whatnot. Like, you do play f5 in some positions, like if the bishop is on like,
e6.
let's say that the knight's on f3 and the bishop is pinning the knight.
Oh, okay.
In some cases you play f5 to lock the bishop in.
Got you.
But in
Oof.
this position, playing f5 just isn't the move. Like,
Right.
I think here you either play knight f3 or you play knight a4.
I'm
I
always
forget
playing
which.
knight f3. I mean, I think knight a4 is specialized knowledge. That's why I never would have thought of that. But knight f3 I would have played.
It's important to play knight f5 because, or knight knight a4, because when the bishop arrives on g4, like, we have to be careful with
Okay.
all that stuff.
Got you.
It's hard to explain all this without like
That's
showing it on the
fine.
board.
It's all good. Yeah, this is a tough one. Just there are so many like weird like opening things that
Brings it down a lot. Like,
Yeah.
this kind of play does.
these like couple moves like the g6. This move makes literally zero sense. But like you said, are they just hoping for takes and then takes, or are they hoping to win the pawn and then lose their knight? I don't know.
Yeah.
Now the one thing I'm considering here is that is black playing a new opening and then they just got like just demolished.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nice tactic. So
Yeah, this is a very nice tactic. It's actually kind of beautiful. You know why this tactic is so nice? Because it's a knight and it's not like it's a
Yeah.
knight tactic too, and it's a really nice one.
But also
Man.
then we have to play into the fact that black willingly put their bishop on e6 walking into a pin and didn't really think about that as well.
This is like very tricky for me. So before we guess this, we're gonna try to guess what each other thinks the ELO is. He typed to me on Discord what he thought mine is. I'm gonna type to him now. Okay, three,
Yeah, and I can't
two.
see it, so
No way. Wait, what were you gonna guess?
you want me to tell you what
yeah,
I'm gonna
tell
guess?
me.
1769.
I guessed you were gonna guess 1724.
Oh,
And
that's so
he
close.
guessed that I was gonna guess. I'm gonna put in the screenshot 1480. I'm guessing 1432.
Oh, we were so close to each other's guess.
Okay. Okay. Now the twist of this video, and this is an important one. Just a second. So the twist of this video: for every 50 ELO we're off, we're doing 5 pull-ups. So, I'm guessing 1432. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Please.
Oh,
Oh my God! What?
let's go. Let's go. Damn, I told it. I
Wait,
knew
what
it.
did you guess again?
1769.
Now it's time for me to get to pull-ups. Do you have any final words? Do you want to plug anything? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Do you want to plug your coaching?
No, I don't need to plug
He doesn't
anything.
need to plug anything.
Fine.
He's on top of the world. But
I
hire
am,
him as
I
a
am.
coach. If
I mean-
if this video says anything, that means you need to hire him as a coach, okay? I'm here with
Wait, do you want me to introduce myself?
No, that would be too easy. Yes! Okay.
Red Panda Chess.
Oh, man!
Yeah.
Okay, restart. I'm here with,
Red Panda Chess.
and today we're playing Guess the ELO with a twist.
And
There's
I'm here with.
You know what? No one's asked me that. I'm Tunish, and today we're playing Guess the ELO, and I'm playing with Red Panda Chess, and I'm here with...
Tunish. Wait, that's you.
Incredible. Okay, there's going to be a twist. I don't know the ELO. You're going to have to stick around to find out what the twist is. Okay, let's get right into this. It starts with C4. This is the Sicilian reverse dragon Petrov French. Now, knight F6. Yeah, do you... Any... Yep. Talk to me. What do you think about C4?
I think C4 is a real high class move, and meaning that the opponent, that the white player is already an absolute nerd.
You know what? I would have to agree. It's a very specialized opening. Knight F6, Knight C3. Nothing crazy so far besides for C4. Obviously not your standard D4 or E4, but I digress. G6, nice. E4, I like that a lot.
Oh wow, they actually know theory.
Okay.
Oh no.
One thing I should note, we can see the time used. This is a 15-10 rapid game. Now,
Yes.
I don't think standardly people play 15-10 rapid. I know a lot of people do, but I also know that if someone's playing it, it's usually a lower-ish ELO player, but that doesn't mean
Well,
anything. I don't know.
You
What are your
say
thoughts?
that.
Okay.
You say that, but they play E4. That is theory.
Yeah. What I'm saying though is the moves here so far aren't striking me as anything that is low elo, but I also know that most of the population plays like 10-0 rapid, but the moves are pretty good so far. I mean, if this
Yeah.
was a super low elo game, we would see some probably craziness so far. But I digress. Let's see what happens. Knight F3, Bishop G7. I like it. Nice development. Bishop E2. Yeah, I mean, again, maybe a lower elo player would have put the bishop on d3, which is a really bad spot for the bishop. Castles. Thoughts?
So my thought so far is that white and black clearly both know what to do. Now, black is going for the King's Indian setup, which means that they might just be playing the first moves on autopilot. That could be the case.
Okay.
But the fact that white set up with c4, e4, the whole like Botvinnik idea, makes me think that this person's probably actually rated like 2100 minimum.
Okay. All right. I like that a lot. And I would also agree that the play here is like really, really solid. Granted, black is just playing the standard King's Indian moves, which also is not a bad thing. Time used is basically none. The increment here is pretty nuts. So now both of these players are bumped up to almost 16 minutes, which means that their time used for this opening is like instantaneous. So I'm assuming they know their stuff. Okay, now we see c5. I actually just stopped playing the King's Indian, but I don't think I would have ever played c5. I'm not saying it's a bad move whatsoever. It's also probably pretty nice against this. I mean, I'm sure that prevents like d4 ideas. What do you think?
Actually, this is just a transposition into
Okay.
the Sicilian Dragon.
No
Hyper
way.
accelerated.
That's actually hilarious. I
So
didn't
after
know
the
that.
on d4, white is set up in the Maroczy bind formation.
Okay, now one thing I like about you is you're very knowledgeable about stuff like this, where I am not. I know like basically nothing about openings, so I'm glad you're here with me to point this out.
Very good.
So if that's the case, then this is maybe already pretty high elo. Then I'm assuming so c5 is like a very standard idea against this
Well,
formation.
You do say that, but this is known to be a pretty good position for white. I think if they're an actual King's Indian player and they're pretty high level, they would just go e5. Because I don't think the Maroczy bind of the Sicilian Dragon is a particularly good line to go into. So either either this just happens to fit perfectly in their repertoire, or they're just playing moves.
Okay. You know, that's a good point. I guess we don't know if this is something they've studied or they're just playing moves. Like I said, when I was playing the King's Indian, I actually never played c5, so I don't really know. Okay, so now we see d4 anyways. Is this standard? What do you think?
But yeah, like I said, we're just in the Sicilian now.
Okay,
And a
got
really
it.
good one for white, so I love the move.
Okay, beautiful. CD, knight takes. Knight develops.
C6 is
Knight
also
takes
gorgeous.
c6.
No, okay, first bad move of the game. Generally, you don't want to capture there because, well, the black takes back and we just strengthen black's control over the d5 square, which is really not optimal. But also there's like no need. You can just play bishop e3, keep some pieces on the board. The whole idea is we want to take back with the bishop so we can trade off that strong dark square bishop for, our bishop over there. And, we have a space advantage, so we shouldn't rush with trades anyway. I will say the biggest downside, though, of this exchange is strengthening black's control over d5. If black gets the pawn break d5 in, then generally they have equalized, if not better.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything close to that deep, but my thoughts were that taking this knight, like very primitive, basic thoughts, was just unnecessary and you didn't have to do it. And I was thinking maybe instead you develop this dark square bishop. So okay, now we see. Okay, obviously knight takes, pawn takes, bishop e3. Yeah, are you putting this bishop on e3 or what are we doing?
Well, where else do you want to put it?
See, I sometimes will put the bishop on g5. Granted, I don't really... When I play against the King's Indian, I usually play like a Jobava London setup, so the position is usually pretty different. Granted, that just runs into h6 anyways, and then you move your bishop somewhere again, so maybe it's landing on
It runs
e3 or
into
something.
h6, it runs into queen a5.
Yeah.
It's just generally doing nothing there. Yeah.
Yeah, so e3 is probably the strongest square. Rook b8, I like that move. Maybe I would have potentially developed this bishop first, but I'm sure rook b8 is a fine, strong move.
It absolutely has to be a good move.
Yeah, there's no way it's a bad move like whatsoever. Okay, so queen c2, defending the pawn. I would say this is very solid so far.
Yeah, absolutely. White is just playing an excellent game. They're just keeping a small positional edge, which already tells me it's probably above 1,000.
Dude, I have a weird feeling that this is like way above 1,000. This is just incredibly solid. Yeah, I have a really weird feeling this is way above 1,000. C5. Yeah, I don't know. See, me personally, not really knowing the ideas of this opening, I don't think I would play C5. I favor like fast-ish development. I would probably move the bishop somewhere. I'm sure you have some strong feelings about C5. Talk to me.
I have very strong feelings about c5. I remember when I said, "Oh, taking with the knight was such a mistake because that pawn there is strong because it helps d5." Now we're pushing it again and I cannot fathom the reasons why.
I don't think C5 is necessary, but I have a weird feeling C5 was played to potentially play bishop B7, which
Right.
I don't think that's entirely necessary, but let's see how this pans out.
Yeah.
F4. Okay, nice and aggressive.
is
I
very nice.
like aggressive play against the King's Indian players. Any thoughts on F4?
I think f4 is awesome. Yeah, exactly. Like you just kind of want to be aggressive. You want to push that pawn down black's throat to f5. And yeah, no, I just love it. Like you absolutely just go for the throat against black. I don't know what they're doing. They're wasting their time not developing. So yeah, just attack.
Yeah, black definitely has to get something going. Well, when you're a King's Indian player and you don't know how to deal with aggression, you can just get steamrolled and ran over very quickly. Me personally, I hate studying openings. So when I was playing the King's Indian against super aggressive players, I would get absolutely wrecked. And that's kind of why I stopped playing it. Okay, so the knight hops.
Oh, wow. I was actually about to say, like, the only downside of f4 is you gotta be sure what happens after knight g4, because I do think you have to just simply give up the bishop pair here.
Yeah, so the question here is, okay, first of all, what is the threat? Obviously, the knight is attacking the bishop, and if we take, the bishop's going to take back. Now, the bishop, would you ever slide it back to d2? Yes or no?
Bishop d4. Bishop d4. Check, and then we just knight f2.
Bishop d4?
No. If the bishop goes to d2.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, bishop d4 for black. And like, oh, knight f2, and I'm just gonna like absolutely destroy you.
Beautiful vision. Nice. I didn't even see that. Beautiful. We're dealing with brilliancy here. Yeah. Damn. Wow. Okay. So this is probably even a way better move than I had considered initially.
This is an awesome move as well. Yeah.
Wait a minute. So, okay, I've kind of strayed away from the idea of mismatches, but in your brain, is one player a higher ELO, or do you think this is the same so far?
I think this is roughly the same ELO. This is a pretty balanced game. C5 was a bit weird. Taking on C6 was a little bit weird. But white went for a very aggressive idea with F4, which I absolutely love. Black found a really interesting continuation with knight G4. Now white has to give up the bishop pair. This just feels like such a masterful battle between like two people really play the game super strategically. So I'm thinking that the ELO is probably around 800.
I like the way you see things. It's much quicker than me, and that's a great thing. Because I had initially wrote off this move. In a game, I probably would have looked into it way, way more. But yes, this is a great point that this is such like an unstandard move, and it's such a beautiful idea that you kind of have to give up your bishop pair. I didn't even realize that, but that is a great find. Now, do they? Okay, bishop f2.
Well, still give up the bit. Wait, this just loses the rook.
Does it?
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
Well, because king takes bishop d4.
Wait.
Okay, well, we can
Back
take
it
with
up.
the king, I guess. Okay, because if you take knight takes f2, rook takes f2, bishop d4, right?
Yeah, nice thought.
And
Same
that is
thing.
horrible. So we can take with the king.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Random move.
Oh no, like back. So instead of taking with the rook, you take with the king.
Yeah.
Then the same check. King moves. This
It's actually kind of nice.
I like black's position, absolutely. Like, black should be way better. But you don't lose a rook, so.
Yeah, I guess wait, did hold on. I knew it. Okay. Well, yeah. So it's funny. In a game, I'm bad at like analyzing like live. I 100% would have seen this, and I definitely would have taken with the king. But this, wait a minute. So the time usage here is a big deal. It is move 13, and both players have above 15 minutes. Granted, they have a 10-second increment. This was a very low time used move.
Right. Okay. That is, yes.
That's kind of sus.
A little bit, yes.
So no thought went into taking. Oof.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh.
Painful.
Oh boy. Okay. Rook d1, I guess.
Yeah, it's a move.
Bishop takes, king takes. White is down a rook. And I think their position looks a little bit different now, and I don't like it quite nearly as much as I did like a couple moves ago.
Yeah, no, the game kind of transformed from being a strategic masterwork to White stopping to think, making senseless blunders. So I think it's probably about 2800 ELO.
Damn, I really wonder, because the funny thing is this could be like a really high ELO game, but at the same time, I have absolutely no idea. The weird thing is the time used for like every move is pretty low so far when they have a ton of time on their clock. So now I'm thinking, is this like way lower than I thought it was? I don't even know. We see A6. I don't understand A6 at all. Do you think there's some hidden thing there?
I think they moved the piece because it was their turn.
Okay, so is this like, I don't even know. This doesn't make any sense. This might be the most confusing game I've seen so far. E5, okay, I like that a lot. Actually, do I like that a lot? I do like that, just because if pawn takes, then there's rook e1, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. So maybe this is some hope chess. Maybe this is some big brain type stuff. I wonder if there's this funny bishop move here now. Doubt it. Probably not. How does black? Oh,
Wow. Look at that. You called it.
so is that a good thing or a bad thing? The way I've been thinking about this game.
If they are rated 400 ELO, it's probably a bad thing. But if they're rated 3000, you can say you're just as strong as Hikaru.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. Everyone knows that. I mean, I don't know if I like this move or I dislike it. I like it because we're developing the bishop with the tempi, and obviously I think we probably would like to trade maybe, but at the same time, I don't know, man. Okay, so queen c1. Sure. Queen b6. I like that, attacking the pawn.
Ooh,
Let me
yes,
ask
very
you,
strong.
how are you handling this position as white? What are you playing? What are you playing? What are your thoughts?
The way I'd handle it is I'll win.
How are you winning? No, talk to me about that. What are we doing?
Okay, no, obviously you're down an insane amount of material. Well, it's not that bad. I would try playing on the king side. I would try playing moves like pawn g4 first of all to send that bishop back. That definitely seems like a good way to start.
I feel like white still has some weird chances possibly, but now this b2 pawn is a target. So are we committing ever to push it to b3? I don't know about that. There are some, this knight outpost, not an outpost, but the square on d5 is nice for the knight. I feel like there might be a point in this game where there's like a fork that's going to happen, and then the rook is won back somehow.
Yeah,
but
the only problem right now is the queen can always drop back to d8 to defend that.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Okay. 95.
Yeah. Immediately.
I don't like that. It just loses the pawn, right? Unless, is there some tactic? Wait, what?
No, queen d8 seems good. If queen b2, that's 97.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
I understand going back.
So queen d8. So this is your, so if you were playing as black, you would pop back and defend the pawn.
Yeah, there's absolutely, I feel like there's no need to go into that line. You're clearly better with the black pieces. It is difficult still. It's not a one game. So why would you risk going into queen b2 when you can just drop back to d8 and have none of that nonsense?
You know what I think? If I was playing as black, I would actually just play rook b7 here. I think that this is I kind of like the pressure that the queen is providing.
Rook b7 is an excellent move, and I think if I saw my opponent play that, I would just resign on the spot. Knight b6 here would be it's a very interesting positional queen sacrifice with lots of merit to it.
Yo, be real, I didn't realize the queen was hanging.
No. You knew it. You realized the queen was hanging.
Dog, I didn't realize it, and I'm leaving that shit in. Listen, in a game, if I was playing, I'm not blundering my queen with 15 minutes on the clock. I would have paid attention, but you never know. I blunder queens all the time. Okay, so, damn, I'm actually flip-flopping a lot. This is pretty funny. Okay, so g4. Oh, like exactly like you said, play on the king side. I guess. I mean, they're kind of screwed anyway. So when I'm losing, I tend to just be really aggressive. Knight e3. He's holding on to the knight.
You should move that knight. That bishop is that knight is just the hope of your position. So
yeah,
you don't want to allow the trade.
Yeah, I would have kept the knight too. I would have tried to keep going aggressive here. Okay, so f5.
Actually, that is smart because otherwise, yeah. Now white can never play f5. So yeah.
Very true. Okay, I feel like this game could go either way. King g3 for y.
That seems weird.
I don't see it. I really don't see it.
The idea is if they take on g4, we take back with our king.
Yeah,
and then
sure.
we're closer to the we're activating our king for the endgame.
Why is this not working?
I have no idea.
I don't get it. I don't get this entire game.
I think your website is broken, Tunish.
I think it's completely cooked. Okay, this move might be the weirdest move of the game in my opinion so far. I just don't get this move, but maybe white is worried about like this. I don't know.
Yes, I personally, because I wouldn't want to act the way you want to generally treat pawn moves. You want to make pawn moves that benefit your pieces, or at least pawn moves that don't help your opponent's pieces. So if a trade on f5 happens, or they take on g4, then we open up black's rook. So why would we do that? So I would just be very tempted to play a move like pawn g5.
Yeah, me too.
And then just say your rook won't get into the game now. And we just go on.
I really dislike white's position just because of like how open their king is, and I mean this pawn is a huge target now.
Well, after king takes g4, the king is closer to scoring a touchdown, so I think that's pretty good.
You know what I'm thinking is maybe the idea is to kind of kiss the kings, or am I missing something crazy again?
That's so romantic.
You know what? I'm also kind of seeing an idea of bishop f5 with queen c2. Or maybe queen c2, bishop f5, and then I guess an intermezzo is this. And then after queen here, there's this. I don't know. I feel like
this
we
is
aren't
too high.
considering...
This is too high ELO for me.
Why do I feel like this? This is a very troll game, by the way. Like, they knew what they were doing. Okay, so bishop takes, knight takes. Sure. h5, or I should say h5. Queen c2. Oh, the draw! Woo! I like that move. I mean, it's ballsy, but wait. Okay, queen e8. So black saw the draw. I mean,
the draw.
The draw by repetition. Let's say pawn takes. Just the draw.
Yeah, totally.
What do you mean totally? This dude. You're fired. Okay, yeah. So black saw the draw. This is I'm getting very mixed ELO vibes. Granted, I blundered my queen this game, but I have no clue. Okay, so pawn takes. I think this is maybe a huge threat of the queen coming here, but granted, I don't even know. The knight.
Yeah, I got a bit of a breakdown when I saw pawn takes d6.
I don't even know.
I'm Or
I forgot, dude. My brain is like dislocated for this entire game. Even I forgot, but I'm not even playing the game. So okay, so D7. The question is, does the draw happen? No. Nice.
ooh,
I
well
don't.
done.
I just don't see what white does. This seems like way too much of a threat. I don't see how this. Okay, yeah, nice defending the
Yeah,
pawn.
good move.
Okay, attacking the pawn.
Logical.
B4. B4 is wild. But it's a I actually really like the idea of B4. I don't know if it's gonna work out. You know, support your pawn.
Listen. This is a player with one hope.
Yeah,
A player who will never surrender.
that's right.
So I respect it.
I feel like white's gonna win this game. I'm not gonna lie. Push King
I hope
H8.
so.
Okay, King H8.
I don't really understand why that's an improvement. I
This is
don't know why we're allowing C6, C7.
No, it's like I'm actually very confused by this game. I'm the most confused I've been in this entire video. Okay, but now, see, I was thinking it instinctively we're gonna push, but is there a hidden thing behind the queen check first? Maybe you could take two. I don't know.
I don't think you want me to sit here and calculate it out. I think it's I think this game is now incredibly complicated out of nowhere.
No, I agree. I think white is probably just totally winning here somehow. But granted, the queen checks are potentially annoying too. This is something. I'm wondering if this queen check was even necessary, but let's just see how this goes. King G8. Whoa. Okay, wait a minute. Queen E5 check was 1 minute 40 seconds used. So that's like a huge indicator. Wait a minute. Also, the rook is like semi hanging with this idea. The funny thing.
No, you have rook to d3 there.
Rook D3. No. Sorry, my brain. I meant in this position.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Here, not there, but here, the rook is like legit hanging.
Oh. That's a nice detail to notice.
Oh,
actually.
this is killing me because that means that they noticed that.
And had
Queen
to go
B3
back.
check.
So definitely C7 was just an improvement.
It
right?
had to be. Wait, but C7 had to be, right? Because if you played C7, this is never a threat, and then it's actually GG's because
this is losing. Yeah, this is losing.
this is crazy. Okay. Queen takes A2. This has got to be a big mistake of a move. Wow. Okay. Queen goes back because they noticed that, and they use a minute to play this. A minute.
I get it because that is just a sign of depression. I think
I
I messed
agreed.
up, and then
Agreed, but like also they noticed that they messed up. So I am so confused right now.
having the maturity to take an oopsie move, like
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, let me just go back, good sir. That is mature. You're right. That is very mature.
There's also I mean, listen. White also has this out right now of taking a draw. Granted, the queen's going back, so it's not there anymore. But I don't see how black gets out of this alive.
This,
I love that move. That's so funny. Just like whatever, man.
this is no, but like this is actually really smart. What?
So confused by this game. Okay. Queen takes rook. Sure. I mean, obviously takes. Wow. This
game is really good. Holy smokes!
This
Like,
game is
E5
nuts.
E5 is such a clever try.
Oh,
I
dude.
hate it. I hate it.
This is a very, very tricky position to play because
I
you
think-
can't
I
take,
think
by
if
the
I-
way, obviously. This is no good and you lose immediately. Wow. And then if you move your king, you can play you can't even play, you kind of can play this though. This is the only queen check, right? And then maybe you can take, I don't know. And then if you move your king back, anywhere, you're kind of getting checked by the pawns.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys just, I mean, take
there
immediately
is
too.
king takes g4.
Yeah.
You have to be a bit precise. No, e5 is the type of move that would have me fuming if I saw it being played against me. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So king g4,
And that
maybe.
happened, right? So they just took on G4.
Yeah. Okay. So they.
I've had
Wow.
huge blind spots this game. I didn't even realize you could take on G4. Taking on G4 obviously is
Okay. You
best.
have to take on d8.
Okay, Rook takes D8, 100%, and this is a insane position.
This should be winning for black.
Yeah, black is way more. I mean, okay, so white has this very far advanced past pawn, but I mean, I don't actually know how this is gonna go. I don't think they hold this past pawn. And if they lose that pawn, it's GG. I mean, black's pawns are also kind of loose right now. Okay, right. So they take that pawn, and now now they lose their pawn. Okay, or not. They lose their rook.
Oh, painful. Yeah, okay, that was definitely not
Dude,
necessary.
where do you put your queen? Or sorry, where do you put your king right now? Like, look at this. Like, where in the world?
If you put it on h4, you get mated. So I'm gonna say the only other legal square. Oh,
They're resigned here.
bad.
Okay, so white
Yeah,
resigned. White was
Wow.
smart enough to even resign here. Okay, so talk to me about your thoughts on the game.
Right, so the opening was very well done. Like the players executed on their ideas very well. They noticed they could transpose into a line of the Sicilian, which was really good. White carried a small positional edge for a little bit. Then we got into a really weird, crazy blunder. But then just so much grit sticking into the game, drawing the position out to be something really complicated, and it just felt like such a battle between two opponents at just the end of their wits that I have just no other guess but to say that's about 430 elo.
Wait, you were supposed to tell me your guess. Wait, was that your actual guess or your troll guess?
That's my actual guess.
Wait, so 430, right?
430 elo.
Okay, I knew it was going to be way different. Yeah, so his guess is not going to affect mine. I will say this, since he said his, I have two guesses. I'm only going to guess one. I have a very weird feeling about this. I think it's around 1400, but I also think it's around 1800. I'm gonna be happily wrong, but I'll put in 14. Not that high. I'm gonna put in 1412.
All right.
Woo! Oh my God! Look, I was in between.
Wow.
Oh my God! I was in between. Okay, listen. You carried this game. I missed so many things. I blundered my queen, and for that reason, I knew it was higher than 400. Damn, you were 1200 off.
Darn.
Any final thoughts?
No.
Good. I would like to thank you for carrying this game. I can already see the comments. Dude, you're such an idiot. How did you not see this? How did you blunder your queen? Shut the You know what's funny? He actually helped me realize that this was a higher elo through his absolute extravagant commentary. So thank you so much for that. You actually helped me beat you. How does that feel?
That's sad, actually.
It's really good. Anything you want to plug?
No.
Yeah, I figured. I'll plug it for you. Check out Red Panda Chess. And if you don't check that out, you're fired. And because I guessed closer, I'm playing a round of Peace Hopper, basically an endless platformer, on an easier difficulty. He wanted to play on Master, so I'm playing on Expert. And as you see, all we do is jump over these obstacles. So this mode is called Chaos, and
Alright, so I lost the guest ELO challenge. That means that I need to play this silly little minigame. Now, Tunish told me to do it on Master as if I'm not capable of playing on Nightmare mode, because I'm an epic gamer. Alright, let's do the...
here we go. D4, D5, and that's perfect.
Oh,
We
nice.
are both D4 players, and you play the Jobava London system, right?
He's going to play my opening because I think it's my view, right? So it'd be kind of crazy if he goes knight c3.
Bishop f4.
Okay. He can
Knight
still go knight
c6.
c3.
E3.
No, he doesn't. Hmm.
I was about to say, like, could this be your game? I don't think so. Okay, are they going to play regular London system? Knight f6.
Okay, he's going regular London.
Bishop d3. E6, c3.
Yeah, this is the most boring London. Yeah.
Would you pop this bishop back, or are you trading? Or are you just, like, leaving it here, which is also viable?
I think, like, I don't know how you're supposed to play in this London, but g3 makes sense because if they take, you get open h file.
Yeah, so g3 is actually, I think, just a breast move here, and that's the most known move. You can actually also keep it on f4, and then
Or take and take. Yeah.
even just continue development. Let's just say this: you could actually play with this pawn and play g3, but bishop g3 is best move, and then bishop d7. I like how black did not take the bishop.
Yeah, it doesn't need to take it. It's fine. Just develop and, I don't know, castle or whatever black's supposed to do.
Yeah, so I would say that's probably this is seemingly pretty decent so far. A lot of piece development on both sides of the board. Granted, white is definitely way behind because they set up their pyramid. Yeah, so white's behind in development, but I like how black is not just like snap taking. Now the thing is, obviously, if white takes, like, black gets these double pawns, but it also doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean e5 and then so not even necessary to push that immediately, but double pawns don't matter. So yeah, knight
Develop
f3,
nice.
castles, queen c2.
I think you're supposed to go queen c2, but I'm not sure about this London. Maybe they go knight d2, long castle, and just h4 and attack.
Yeah, queen c2 is very solid here. Sometimes queen c2 is a mistake if the c file is open and there's a rook here, and then the knight can
but
hop.
that's not happening anytime soon.
Exactly. So I think that this is seemingly a pretty high level game so far. Bishop e7, I don't love.
Okay, I guess they don't want to trade or avoid
Yeah.
anything.
I'm wondering why.
Maybe they'll
Bishop
go rook
e7.
c8 and try to get c5 somehow. I don't know.
Ooh, okay. You know, I'm also looking at bishop e7. I'm slightly confused on why bishop e7, but let's see how this goes. Knight b to d2,
Knight
nice
d2.
development.
Yeah.
Rook e8, nice.
Okay, I have no idea what he's doing now. Bishop e7 and then rook e8.
Yeah, I said nice, but it's
Black is
also
confused.
I didn't really think about it enough. See, but rook e8 is just kind of it's so awkward because the bishop is now on e7.
Yeah,
So-
like if you wanted, you should have gone rook e8 and then bishop f8, something.
This is okay. I think this is obviously, I think, way above 1,000 in my opinion.
Okay, h4.
H6.
Okay, h6. Mhm.
How do they respond to this aggression? Okay, two things I want to see. How does white deal with this attack, and how does black respond to this aggression?
Yeah.
H5.
Not the
would I have
biggest fan of
played
h5, but sure.
I don't know if I would have played H5. I'm trying to think about this.
After long castle, like just put the rook on g1 and g4, g5, attack.
Yeah, exactly. I would have long castled too, and then I probably would have moved my bishop. What I would have done is maybe long castle and then move my bishop here, hoping that they take.
Yeah, somewhere. And then g4, yeah.
All right.
Okay, h5, still not the end. He's
No.
doing something.
Let's see. H5. That's a very impatient move, I think. H5, bishop D.
Oh, Black
wow,
has
dude.
no idea what to do. He has
just-
literally no idea what to do.
Back and forth
He's just
and back
waiting,
and forth.
sitting there like a duck.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so bishop H4. Nice move. I like
Okay.
that. I like that a lot. Pinning the knight to the queen, preparing the pawns to move. E5.
I need something Black is doing.
Yeah, granted, white's king is in the center of the board, but white can castle or long. They can castle. White can long castle and like a move though, and I don't know
Take the
about
pawn
this.
and castle, I guess.
Yeah, I would probably do something like this, and then just
And
long
just
castle.
and
then-
yeah.
They're fine. Maybe this is still though. This is probably. It's not that good of a try, but I would say that's Black's best try. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's doing. Yes.
Like the position's
What did
pretty
white do?
bad for black. Like what are they really gonna do? Okay.
Okay, took it.
Yep.
Nice.
Takes, and then takes. Exactly. Is
Takes,
this my
takes.
game?
Okay.
Is this my
Nice.
game? Long
Okay, key
castles.
castle. Let's go. White is doing stuff.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. A5.
A5.
I like that
He's
a
trying
lot.
something.
A3.
A3.
I have a weird feeling about this game. B5. Nice expansion. White should probably just keep continuing their attack.
I have lost all faith in white after A3.
I have a very weird feeling about this game. Yeah, so white should definitely be continuing their attack.
Okay, F3 makes sense. He's trying to get G4, something positive.
F3 to support G4. Obviously, that would be hanging.
Okay.
So let's see.
Why did? Okay, not that bad.
Wild. These bishop moves are nuts. Oh my god, are they gonna sack their bishop? Let's see. G4.
G4. Okay, white is attacking.
Let me ask you. This stack, I think, is actually kind of.
I don't care about
good.
the pawn. I just want to go B4 and open the king side.
Okay, so you would play B4 here. Let's see what they do.
Yeah.
Dude,
Bro,
what is this bishop doing?
He needs to chill with that bishop. He needs to chill.
Oh
Just
my
throw it
God.
out of the board and buy this.
This bishop is just moving one square. This is
Yeah.
nuts. Okay, yeah, pushing, breaking
Yeah.
right through, cracking out. I don't see how black survives for more than like 5 or 6
Yeah, but
moves.
black is toast now.
Yeah,
Oh, he took
takes.
that pawn.
Oh, that is so
Okay.
ballsy. So ballsy. This king is wide open, even if the bishop is got. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
I'll sacrifice the piece. There's no way you can. Yeah, it's.
This
has
is
to be bad.
disgusting. This is a whole mess. Yeah, I'm probably sacking there
But
as
did
well.
he do it? But did he do it? That's the question.
Oh!
Okay, let's go.
Yup.
White is back.
Yup. Takes.
Takes.
Yeah, obviously takes.
Okay, now how did he finish it? That's the question.
This is very, very messy. I'm assuming you start. You
Yeah,
probably
just
could,
put the rook on the open file.
yeah, or even just doubling, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, rook on the
Nice.
file. Beautiful.
White is doing good.
I mean, I wonder if you could start like
Okay, now white
pushing
has
and-
to be careful. How is he doing it?
Yeah, even pushing is maybe not so good because yeah, you do definitely have to be very careful. I'm wondering if there's some nice knight maneuver to attack this knight, but see, this is what I was thinking. Maybe putting the rooks on like the H file and then could be better,
Yeah.
but who knows? But maybe not. Let's see. So bishop H7 check.
That check is garbage. But okay.
I'm wondering the intention.
It does
I actually have
nothing.
no idea. Rook G3.
Ah,
Rook E6. I like how the pawn's just been hanging and no one's taking it. That's great. Or black's not taking
I mean,
it.
at this point, he could have taken it. If he was going to go rook e6, might as well take the pawn.
Yeah. Okay. Rook H to G1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does nothing, but sure.
King E7, just
Okay,
walking the king to the
he
other side
hung
of
the
the board.
piece.
Yeah. F4. Sure.
Why didn't bother taking it? Sure.
Pushing the pawn. Is white gonna
Think
get
it moves
mated?
too late, but b5 came.
What's about to happen? Nah, there's no way. Takes, and then
Throw the check. I don't know. Oh, he ran.
okay. I feel like these moves are so random, and also just taking the knight
Yep.
would have been so nice.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
on
just-
exchange down and you have the attack. Better than piece down.
Just taking and then, I mean, then this is threatened too. Like let's just say
Yeah.
a random move. Utilize the pin.
Then, yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Okay, he ran with the king. He got scared. Okay, b3 is there, so it's not a free queen at least.
Wait. Okay. No. What a terrible move. Okay. I think. Okay, you're always playing B3, right? Wait.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. This doesn't actually seem like a threat. If anything, this just helps white, right?
I mean, you can just take the bishop also if you wanna.
Where are we looking? Yes, you can. I'm
Same,
more
yeah.
concerned about them just like taking, and then this gets super awkward. But yeah, you could do that too, and then probably still be fine. I mean, it's still a little more sketchy, but I'm sure this is okay. Yeah, but knight b3 seems like not a good move
Yeah, this is bad.
whatsoever.
Yeah. Self pinning and now you're.
Okay, time used. It's move
There's no way
29.
white wins. There's no way white wins this.
Wait, there's no way white wins? You think white's losing?
I mean, if white somehow win this, that's crazy.
Okay. It's move 29. White has used under 2 minutes. This is a rapid game. And black has used 2 minutes 30 seconds. So
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
okay. BC, yeah. This is why knight b3 is so okay. Yeah, white is cooked.
It's fine. He took the pawn, took it back.
Yeah, rook b8. I
Okay,
mean,
pin and win, simple. Black is being clinical.
this has got to be just overish, right? Bishop
At this point, you
f5.
can just take the knight. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, nice. Black ain't messing around.
And in this position, white resigned.
Makes sense. He lost the queen.
What a absolute this was a very back and forth game. I think white had way more winning chances, and then they kind of just threw it away very, very quickly. Do you have your guess?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. What was your guess? What was your guess?
You wrote it down?
I did. What was your guess?
1200.
Look.
What did you say? You said 1290. And wait. Wait. Your guess is 1290 or you...
1297.
And he's actually 1290. That's crazy. But he was actually 1200. So he's actually... I mean,
Yo, we
I'm not that-
are yo, we're in sync. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, please like and comment and subscribe.